The Owens are finally upon us. We have finally moved past WrestleMania Backlash. Things are starting to move around a bit too in NJPW. And are we finally getting trios titles in All Elite Wrestling too? This and so much more to discuss ahead for all of you here on another edition of the ATW View. Impromptu. So hello everybody, good morning, good evening, good night, whenever you may watch this on live or on demand. You know what this is, for I am the Simple Man, and my name is Noah Foster. We are ATW. This is my family, a congregation of people that enjoy, talk about, rant, and discuss all things wrestling. So with that being said, let's go ahead and introduce tonight's crew. I will first start off with the blur of all things news. But he'll sometimes tell you it's simply because of reasons. My great friend.
I'm pretty sure what I'm about to say later. James is going to be more pissed, I think.
Well, I'm curious, but before we get to
Can't
that,
wait.
everybody,
Can't wait.
this is Eric Brown.
Hi,
How
Eric.
are you doing?
How you do?
How you doing?
I'm good.
All right, subtly and simple. That being said, the guy that interrupted, folks, he is, get the last name right, J-Hebert.
Thank you.
J-Hebert.
Thank you.
He's different. He hosts his own little league and nation of all sorts of famous wrestling productions, video game wise. If you haven't seen Immortal, go see it. Founder, leader, creative representative of WEYMOUTH Youth Wrestling. He is James Hebert.
Yes.
At J-Hebert Side 95. James, how are you?
I'm doing great, although I had a pretty big botch in the beginning of this already. I did not fix the title and the tags of this stream, but I just did the title now. So
hey, better late than never.
there you go.
Hey.
Guys, refresh
You know
the
what?
feed and it should be fixed. My apologies. It's
You
all
know
set.
what? It wouldn't be something related to wrestling without a botch at some point in some way, shape, or fashion. Am I right?
Yeah, right.
That being said, he's known as the Wrestling Encyclopedia. He is my NJPW correspondent. We will come back together to discuss the G1 Climax and also the Forbidden Door very soon. But once again, I'm glad to be back with Casey Gallagher. Casey, how are you?
Good evening, my friend. How are you tonight?
Look at you, boss. I'm doing very well. Good to see you. We had a hell of a time calling Under Siege. I can't wait to see you for Slammiversary, which of course is right before the Forbidden Door, and even before that, we have Double or Nothing, which is why I saved this guy for last, because when it comes to All Elite Wrestling, me and him have been down since day zero. He is the king of ATW, and he will also be leading a very special topic tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, King A-Train. King, how are you?
Feeling great, Noah. Just coming off a very good mood of last night. Shout out to my Golden State Warriors for pulling off the closest victory in the playoff series last night as we lead the series 3-1 and we head to Memphis on Wednesday, which I will watch after Dynamite.
Can I just say really quick, it might just be me and it might just be the hair, but for my money, you bear a little bit more than a passing resemblance to the King of Swerves, if you will.
Well,
whose house?
Your house. but in essence, AEW might as well be Swerve's house with what he and Keith Lee have definitely formed together. That being said, folks, you now know the family, you now know the crew, you got an idea of what's ahead too. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So first off, Eric.
James isn't back yet.
Well, then maybe this will help James Seige, because when it comes to you, Eric, I go to you for news that...
point it out. I'm literally just went to get a drink. I'm here now.
Gotcha.
Again, folks, there's no script, there's no censorship. We do whatever the hell we want and point out what we want to. So that being said, I want Eric to kick us off with what's on his mind or what he's heard lately in the world of wrestling news. So, Eric, what's been going on?
What the bear?
Well, first off, New Japan is currently actively on fire. We'll get back on that. There's
Wait, what?
Some other details I can't.
Wait, on
New
fire
Japan is
literally?
currently
Hold
active-
on fire literally or metaphorically?
Metaphorically speaking.
Okay.
I'm down, man.
Like Tony kind of likes to do when he's on Twitter.
Okay.
Or
Oh,
that other
that.
guy who used to be on Twitter but is banned because of insanity, but I will not say anything yet.
Name redacted.
Yeah. Rejected.
Anyways, okay. Has anyone been watching SmackDown? I know no one here likes WWE, but I just need to ask if anyone's been following what's going on SmackDown.
Negative
The
chief.
I leave that to Aaron Riff's no DQ recaps and reviews because hosting that predictions late, that's about as much knowledge as I need. You can flip a coin and be right in predicting that crap. But what you gotta say about it?
Has anyone been watching any of Lacey Evans' build-up videos they've been building her up
Yes,
for?
I've seen them. I've seen them on YouTube. Yes, I have.
Yeah, I have seen those. Yes.
They seem to show a real personal side of her that makes her look like a coming back hero.
Let me get to that. So they've been describing her as a victim of abuse.
I think that isn't that true. I thought it was.
Well, I don't know for certain, but have they been addressing that on TV?
I have no idea, but I would not put it past them using a real life situation towards their creativity.
Let's put an update on that. So, despite the fact that they've been really bringing this in and building her up like a face, they're moving her to Raw and making her this victim abuse a villain because, of course, they want to.
Wait. Time out.
Wait.
She was being booked to return to SmackDown. I heard she returned to SmackDown, and now you're telling me they're turning her to Raw as a heel, but as a victim.
It's the villain. They're going to make a victim of abuse a villain in the story, and this is by PW Insider confirming it. Because, of course, they did.
Of course.
Does anyone have anything to say regarding this?
Let me just say this. If this was 2020 and the Speaking Out movement was just happening again, this would actively set the company on fire.
Yeah, probably.
I agree. You're talking about
Definitely
litigations that would freaking break this company's wallet heavily.
All I have to say is Star Wars did it better, guys. Leave it to
Remember what Stephanie McMahon said. She thinks they could be as big as Marvel.
Disney.
Casey,
That too, but
Casey,
Marvel and Disney are underneath the same umbrella.
Casey, you single-handedly just killed the Star Wars franchise with one fucking swerve. Holy shit, we just careened into a wall, dude.
Well, it's not gonna be the first one we go into, I'm sure.
Oh my
Damn.
lord.
Also, I got some updates on Kodak Bushi. He's on a podcast, apparently.
Whose house? Not the East and not Star Wars, apparently.
What's going on at Kodak Bushi's house? New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Here's what's happening. Here, before you get to that, Eric, sorry, I got to clarify for James.
Go ahead.
The E is trying to move into Star Wars' house, and George Lucas is saying, "Get the hell out."
Enough money to invest in that intellectual property. Anyway, what's going on with Njpw and Kodak Bushi?
Well, Kodak Bushi is apparently getting. Apparently, Kodak Bushi is probably on his way out the door.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Because apparently he's been. Apparently, I'm not 100% certain. Like, he keeps posting a bunch of stuff on Twitter saying, there are things that no one wants to tell you. There are things that New Japan management won't tell you. And here's the best way to describe it. A certain manager in New Japan, well, is apparently getting into messages and saying, look, Koda was basically, look, if you're going to just fire me, please. Like, yeah.
Like he wants out, basically?
Yeah, and apparently this manager who was handling New Japan merch, in fact, Koda and this manager of New Japan has been going back and forth with each other since 2018.
Ooh.
And apparently this guy was also shorting him on merch money.
Oh, that's
Oh boy.
But apparently Koda's been kind of battling off on Twitter and actively starting something.
This is the guy that I look at, and I don't think as a outgoing personality per se when it comes to Twitter, especially.
I just think of Koda as like a quiet person.
Yeah,
right.
so
and typically,
well, guess what? Koda Bushi has been outing, and this is the part where things get dark.
Oh no.
okay.
Oh boy.
Ibushi is calling out New Japan management's abuse of sexual assault and power.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And the higher-ups who aren't happy with this, and with the stern status quo going on behind the scenes, aren't happy that that Koda is whistleblowing, and they want to fire him, and Ibushi's like, okay. I'm sure there's another company that could hire me.
There's plenty of other companies that'll hire him.
True.
Yeah, in
One
fact, there's
company-
one who's
this
actively
company
with
has
his
its
best friend.
in it.
Well, that's
Yep.
what I'm just considering. So, if this is true, which I don't know if it is yet. I mean, I would imagine Koda
Well,
would have
someone
no...
compiled a list of timelines.
Right, I would imagine Koda
Yeah.
doesn't have a reason to lie anyway, so, like, who? I hate to be
Also
the bearer.
Eric.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because that's usually Eric's job anyway, of all things news, but this could really end the partnership AEW and New Japan built prematurely. Like,
Yeah.
it
I feel it
really could end this before it even gets off the ground, if this comes out as any more true.
Well, considering how Rocky Romero has been really the bridge, per se, in this partnership, and then the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling America, you also got to wonder how Rocky Romero feels about this, too, or is maybe even he maybe part of this internal committee, and maybe also in this thing, too. This does feel a little bit dark to the point that this could affect NPW worse than Inokiism, considering what day and age we live in.
I want to know who it is. This is the fucking problem.
Oh, no, curiosity.
Who is it? Is it multiple people? Is it one
That's
person?
just it.
Can they get rid of these people and then we're on good terms, no problem?
Okay,
That's
so from
that's the question I have.
I'm trying to get this guy's name. I can't pronounce it. I think the guy's name who's having issues with Bushi, especially is his. Okay, let me just spell out the name since I can't say it. Kikuchi.
Kakushki?
Kukushki?
Kikuchi.
Kikuchi?
I think so. Let
Kikuchi.
me see what his position currently in New Japan was, since he was in charge of the merge.
I've never heard that name, so I was like,
Was
Me neither, this is new.
Okay, he is not the president, correct?
No, that's Shigebayashi. That's the
Okay,
chairman.
so as long as the
So,
president,
yeah,
this
right.
is my hope. As long as the president is involved and they can get rid of these fuckers, cool. But
Fair
they need to
enough.
do it
I
and fast, because if they don't act and they try to cover this shit up, we're in a bad fucking, like, you are fucking over your business, because the last thing you need when you're just about to get back onto good graces with the American fan after so long of being in a drought is this shit to come out and completely halt your momentum and kill your partnership with AEW before the pay-per-view is even scheduled to happen.
I feel it's even worse than that, James. You gotta consider who else New Japan works with. They also work with Glee.
MLW, yeah. MLW, Impact, yeah.
Okay, guys, I got an update.
Go
Go
ahead.
for it.
This is what one of the quote tweets that Kota Ibushi wrote, and someone translated it.
Okay, go
This
ahead.
is where things start to get off the rails. I'll expose all about the former cheater's gun already returned and the sexually harassing bosses, from the company's president's lies to his unreasonable power harassment this time. Get prepared for this. Tospo and TVS Sha too.
This is in relation to the current president of New Japan, correct? Not the
I
former.
think I'm not 100%
Because
certain.
there were two presidents, maybe even three, in Kota Ibushi's time while he was a part of New Japan.
Including Harold, who's no longer with the company.
That's why I'm thinking it's one of those three, or is it all of the above?
We don't know. Again, curiosity, James, and it's a dangerous thing. But in this day and age, it is curiosity that breeds or kills anything in the wrestling industry. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, so I tried to look into who's this guy. There's no update on about him other than that he worked as a person in the merchandise, but apparently he is a little bit high up in the management backstage.
Wow.
And yeah, he threatened this. Shall we end your contract with New Japan then? If that's what New Japan are asking, then I have no choice. I'll take responsibility for it. So Kona's like, Fire me. Do it.
Wow.
Fire me. Fire me if you have the guts to do it.
Damn.
Huh.
Well, we'll just have to stay tuned how this unfolds. But bottom line is this: again, the wildest year of professional wrestling.
Yeah,
2022.
this is what I'm gonna say. Until it's fully affirmed,
right.
I'm not fucking saying
Seeing is
it
believing.
anymore at this point. Like, it's rumors until, and I like Coda.
Koda himself saying this stuff.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I like Coda, but look, just because I like him doesn't mean I have to take everything he says at face value. I gotta wait until
Exactly.
more shit comes out. Because, honest to God, not for nothing, but I'm kind of sick of the let's just take one guy's side over everybody else's bullshit.
That's the internet.
So I'm
Yeah.
not on that train. I'll wait until
Yeah,
things
I
come on.
understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I completely agree with that statement.
Apparently, like, he's showing the texts of the conversations he had.
Before we continue to what we're scheduled to do, which is the Owen. By the way, this is how I think the format's gonna go. By the way, just to put in perspective, bracket match, 2 bracket matches. Eric gives news. Two more bracket matches. Eric gives more news. Sound good to everybody?
It sounds fair, but again, we'll let King also, of course. He's the one that.
In fairness, King, it's.
I like I said, that is all going to be handled by.
I want to know. I want to know if
over
that's
here,
cool with
so-
you. I want to
yeah.
know if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
That is cool with me. That is cool with me.
All right.
Well,
Cool.
there you go.
I'm honestly
So-
gonna call him King Swerve just for lulz.
You know what? Honestly,
King
he just
Swerve.
changed his nickname to that. Just post a picture of the Swerve and see if he's got a file. I mean,
Hey,
you know the
yo,
song
wait.
word for word.
Everybody get all aboard the Swerve train!
Come on, gimmick infringement. Gimmick
Well,
infringement.
I'm still saying AEW owes me because I came up with that swerve in our glory.
I'm totally calling about it.
Come on
But I
down.
don't-
Damn.
but I-
Hey,
I-
join
I
the
don't
club,
have the
Eric.
video footage.
Hey, Eric, join the club.
Well,
I
hey.
don't have
as
the
long-
I don't have the video evidence. I only have you guys to be my witnesses because you were there when I said it.
Oh, I remember you
well,
saying
hey.
this. Go ahead.
We
Yeah,
remember.
well, hey.
We remember.
Well, hey, as long as we're infringing on gimmicks, come on down to whose house?
Swerve's house.
ATW's
And
house.
again-
What do you mean? Oh, and for the people in the comment section, we'll read your comments throughout everything as well. I'll find time for that as well.
Yeah, keep us posted on anything worthwhile, Gene.
Yeah,
So-
keep
so
live
guys,
chatting. Keep live chatting.
So let's keep moving forward because, as you know, we try and do this like within a month, a little bit over maybe a month span. We literally haven't been together since after the madness that was the insanity of all things wrestling come together during the first weekend of April. Since then, we've had Rebellion, we've had freaking Under Siege, we had Dontaku, we had Bullet Club's anniversary, and quite some surprises there too. We had the announcement of the Forbidden Door literally now being a thing, and here we stand now in May on the verge of one of the most prolific pro wrestling tournaments done in AEW history. A lot has gone down, so let's go ahead and look a little bit, though, at some side of things in the industry. Let's start with Impact Wrestling. Josh Alexander finally overcame his near 7th-month journey, conquering Moose. Literally, we called that, guys, at Rebellion. He reclaimed the Impact World Championship. And most recently, we saw the intro to Impact Wrestling for now of the Stone Pit Bull, Tomohiro Ishii, a guy that I believe should be a champion. And the fact that he's not still just baffles me. And we just saw an insane physical classic with him and Josh Alexander at Under Siege.
If
Casey, you were there for that. You and I called that. Again, Under Siege, the fact that show was 3 hours, 21 minutes, 12 matches, and delivered on all fronts truly is something impressive. Impact Wrestling's had one of the greatest years in their business.
That they are, and you and I called that? What the hell is James? Chop liver?
yeah, what
No,
the
James is
fuck?
down there too. I started with you. I was going to get his rebuttal.
Yeah, true. Yeah, go for it, guys.
But continue.
Oh man, oh dude, that was an incredible war. Ishii and Alex and Josh basically gave us of their souls during that classic war for the Impact World title,
Yeah.
and hardly the only war on that night.
No, and there was so much
Say
great
the,
show.
Say the least.
There was so much good shit on that show. Seriously, if you guys have had reservations about watching Impact, man. I'll tell you this much. I did too when I first started watching Impact full time again. When did I start commentating with you and Jeff Noah on Impact
That
stuff?
would have been
I
turning
think,
point.
I think the first time we literally commentated was WWE. No, it was Hard to Kill. It was Hard to
It
Kill.
was Hard to Kill. It was an Impact show that we started.
Yeah, it was
whole
the first
train.
pay-per-view this year.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, every show that I have checked out of Impact, even the weekly shows when I have time to catch up on it, you owe it to yourself if you have tuned out of Impact, desperately hoping for it to get better and it never getting better for such a long time. And I know because I was one of those people. You owe it to yourself to check it out again, man. Holy fuck. Every Impact show that I have called since that pay-per-view at Turning Point has been fucking stellar. Like, the X Division may be the best it's ever been. I'm not even stunning when I say that. That may be a hot take, but Ace Austin, Trey Miguel, Mike Bailey, Rich Swann, and who was the other guy in the triple threat? I forgot the other guy in the triple threat.
Laredo
Kid.
And
And Steve Macklin. I mean, these X Division class, man, this current X Division class, honest to God, might be the best I've seen since that class in 05. It's that damn good.
And to think that Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley are also still around.
Yeah, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley are still there as well. Like, this X Division is fucking outstanding.
I do have an update about the X Division.
Go for it.
Segue. Moose said he wants to join in on the fun.
I don't blame him. Are you kidding me?
I figured that.
Bro.
Wait, who?
Moose. I don't blame him one bit. Seriously. Look, and I have no doubt in my mind that Moose can fucking deliver great in the X Division, but seriously, if you are a top guy at Impact and you're seeing what the frickin' X Division's doing, of course you want to go there too.
Yeah, the X Division is defined by no limits.
It's
as
incredible.
We definitely know. And speaking of things with no limits, again, let's not just talk about the men, let's talk about the women of Impact Wrestling. As the Knockouts division has been delivering on all fronts too, when it comes to the AAA Advanced Advantage Championship, the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship, the Knockouts Championship, Knockouts Tag Team Championships. 4 sets of titles have been displayed by the Knockouts since Hard to Kill, particularly by one of the best in the game today in all of women's wrestling, in my opinion, the Virtuosa. Yeah. As we know, the Virtuosa had a champ challenge to a degree. 7 successful defenses while holding 2 championships. But again, continuing to make history, she's been a part of AAA, she's been a part of course, Impact Wrestling's main event, she's been a part now of AEW's main event against Mercedes Martinez. And most recently, she had a match, second time around, with Laura Volka, Taya Valkyrie, for the AAA Reina de Reinas Championship. Fell short. Taya now back at Impact. Mia Yim is back home in Impact Wrestling.
Yep.
King. We followed Mia Yim, the HBIC, during her run in NXT. We didn't know what she was going to do when she was released by the WWE. But as Rosemary alluded to, and for those that don't know, Mia Yim's former identity was Jade, as Knockouts champion. She's back home, brother.
Yes, she is, and I have an update. Usually, like James was saying about Eric, we don't want to have news, but I have news on Mia Yim's contract in Impact. Turns out she is going to be there for only 6 months. Only 6 months.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to see within this 6-month return of hers of what she brings to this current crop of the women's division. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun.
I have one.
Go for it.
What you got in mind?
It's basically me having precognition that I could see the future, aka I heard an announcement for Slammiversary.
Of course, because as we know, Impact Wrestling has tapings in advance, and the next big show, James and Casey, is Slammiversary.
Moose versus Callahan. Let's freaking
Sammy
go.
Callahan is back. Oh my god.
Oh, Sammy Callahan is back. Yeah. Yeah, we got some good. We got some good stuff.
That machine is pissed,
bro. I'm telling you.
Isn't he always though?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
God bless him. And God bless him for it.
Absolutely.
He's Impact Wrestling at heart, though. A lot of these people in Impact Wrestling are truly this company at heart. Moose, Deonna Purrazzo, Sammy Callahan, you name it. And again, I stand by it. The Knockouts division is one of the most well-booked, prolific, top-to-bottom, quality balance in quality talents in all of professional wrestling, non-all women's promotions on the planet.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I got an
comes to
update on the
Agreed.
knockout division heading into Slammiversary.
Go ahead.
Spoilers in advance, folks.
Yes. Gail Kim has announced one of the main events. Jordan Grace, Mia Yim versus Deonna Purrazzo versus Chelsea Green versus Tasha Steelz in the first ever Queen of the Mountain match.
Oh, I'm actually looking forward to that.
Stand.
I'm looking forward to that, actually. Dude,
We're
a lot of...
finally getting a Queen of the Mountain.
First ever. Gail Kim announced it on Impact.
I love
for
the...
Slammiversary.
People
Gail
hate...
Kim, you are brilliant.
People,
You are freaking brilliant.
people hate the idea of the King of the Mountain. That's actually one of the things that I think Jeff Jarrett created that was fucking awesome.
Almost,
About
most
Impact.
definitely it was.
Dude, I love the
Say the
idea,
least.
man. Like, yes, I don't know if it was him or if it was Russo, but credit to either one of them, whoever did it. But, like, it's one of the few ideas, if it is Russo's, that isn't so convoluted, and it does make sense from beginning to end. Even the whole putting the belt on top of it, just to differentiate it from pulling it down. I think there's more of a struggle having the title and carrying it up the ladder gingerly, because I can believe somebody's going to have a tough time climbing a freaking ladder and holding a 10 pounds of gold on the other shoulder, you know what I mean? Like, that makes sense to me. Like, I like that. I like the innovation there. I've always liked the King of the Mountain. I'm ready. I don't even care. I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Yes.
Impact Wrestling continuing to set standards and break barriers. I think I've said it clearly with all of you. When it comes to Impact Wrestling, they are the mecca, the beacon, the center point of this entire shared wrestling universe. Everything comes and goes through some way or form Impact Wrestling.
Now, if I can throw a little bit of a prediction in there, a conditional prediction, has Jordan Grace lost the digital media title?
Yes.
He lost it a while ago to Matt Cardona.
Yeah, Matt
Still
Cardona
has
is
it
the
as of
media
right
champion.
Okay.
Yes.
In which case, I'm picking Jordan Grace to win this match.
Again, Jordan Grace, Big Mama Pump, the only woman on that entire roster that can mix up with any man or woman in any division.
Hey,
Big Mama Pump, I love it.
I know I wasn't gonna. I know I was gonna save it for when I found an opening, but I gotta hold the phone for one of our boys at ATW. Shout out to JD Ultra in the chat.
Yo.
What's up,
man
brother?
himself.
JD Ultra, what up, boy?
What's up, brother?
Again, Slammiversary is going to be absolutely something special. Again, I went there live last year. I saw Thunder Rose versus Deonna Purrazzo. I saw the Ultimate X and that crazy four-way submission chain. I saw Sami Callihan versus Kenny. By God, Omega in that crazy death match and so much more. This is going to be a show to remember, emanating from Nashville, Tennessee. And again, when it comes to Deonna Purrazzo, you know she's going to have a marquee spot on that card.
By the way, if we want to get more people on the thing, can someone actually post this stream to the ATW View chat on Twitter, so that way they know?
I think that's possible, but
Cool.
I mean, it all depends if someone's in it. I mean, if they say let me in the chat, I got no problem with that. You know that.
Well,
Spam it.
yeah. I'm just
I
making
sent
sure.
the link. Do you want me to send the link into the
Yeah,
Twitter chat?
the YouTube link to the Twitter chat if you have it up. Yeah.
Sent it.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Cool.
looking at as we talk about more of Impact Wrestling, yeah, let's talk about the X Division. As you said, we got the Morrison Machine Guns. They've been competing lately in singles actions. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Alex Shelley was not on Under Siege. He was involved, though, at a multiverse of matches. And we also, of course, have seen Chris Sabin. He definitely has rose to the occasion, as always, one of the best. And he and Macklin had an absolute war at Under Siege, and Sabin came out on top. When I think about Chris Sabin, he's one of the most prolific X Division champions in that company's history. I think about Macklin, I think he's a future X Division champion. But the fact that Macklin lost to Sabin, I feel Sabin's next in contention recently.
I'll be
What are
honest.
your guys' thoughts on that?
I'll be honest with you. I'll go first on this. I don't. Not that Macklin can't be in the future, but for me, fuck the X Division for him. Put him right in that world title picture. I want to see Macklin and Alexander so badly. I want that match. You have no idea. Like, okay, everybody thought so little of these guys as singles competitors, especially before the North happened and before Macklin got released from the WWE. Nobody gave these two an ounce of shit when it came to their singles abilities, and they have proven every single person wrong, and they have delivered 5-star classic after 5-star classic in Impact. I want this match like you don't even know. Like, this match would be outstanding to watch.
King, on that note, it was Steve Macklin who thought he should have challenged Josh Alexander for the Impact World Championship, but Scott D'Amore handpicked Tomohiro Ishii. With that sort of endorsement by James, do you agree that it should be maybe Josh Alexander versus Steve Macklin at Slammiversary?
Oh, most definitely, because like Steve Macklin has what it takes to basically to become a contender for Josh Alexander's World Heavyweight Championship. He should leave the X Division behind. That's past him now. Yeah. I agree with James's sentence on it. I mean, agreement with this.
Well, update on that. Impact Gold tells James and King that they hate you.
Oh,
what do you mean?
Guess who they're likely going for?
Who?
What?
Go ahead.
Josh Alexander versus OG Eric Young.
Really? Canada all experience. Huh.
Okay.
Well, considering Eric Young came in at a Slammiversary when his return in Impact Wrestling, and is a former Impact World Champion himself, and both men are Canadian. I know Casey Flynn isn't here, but Casey, that Canadian was for you.
Not even that. We've already seen that.
I swear we did.
Ring any bells?
Yeah, pretty sure that these two have faced each other one-on-one.
No. I'm not saying Josh versus Young. But we've seen Canadians fighing for the championship.
Yeah, we saw Josh and Christian.
Have.
Yeah, we did.
In Canada, nonetheless, too, if we want to go that deep.
I'm not against it. I'm sure it would be a great match. But
the money is absolutely...
you know what? I'll be okay with it if at the very least they go and do this at Bound for Glory, and that's why they're not doing it at Slammiversary. I'm fine if they decide that, you know what, this match is too big for Slammiversary even. Put this shit on Bound for Glory. Although, I've always thought that Slammiversary was the more bigger show. Personally,
me too, actually.
Like, that's the only show in Impact's history, minus, I think, maybe Slammiversary. Actually, no. That was a Slammiversary, too. That's the only show that has gotten into major, big, fucking decent-sized arenas.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know...
It's the marquee.
And it's the marquee. It's the biggest pay-per-view buy of all time with Kurt Angle and Joe. So, yes. I don't know why this isn't their biggest show of the year. And that's no disrespect to Bound for Glory. That's up there, but I think that's the SummerSlam of the company. Genuinely speaking.
I agree because I've always thought Slammiversary was Impact's WrestleMania and Bound for Glory was their SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That's their two biggest shows of the year. I definitely agree with you there.
In which case, is it bad of me that the only PPV, especially in the Glory days, that I ever really gave two craps about was Lockdown?
I want that back so bad.
Not necessarily.
Bring that back.
Yeah.
Lockdown was War Games reinvented in a way, and they do need to bring that back.
Especially the X Division escape matches.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't get much more. You don't get much more War Games than that.
Yeah. 100%.
No, you don't. And stay tuned, folks, on the Jeff Meacham Network, where they will be recalling this and so much more when it comes to celebrating TNA's 20 years. If you haven't already, go check out the Jeff Meacham Network. Be a fan. Subscribe to them today. Hi, Jeff. See you soon.
Hi, Jeff.
Speaking of the Vince Russo era of Impact, there was an update on Russo. He said something in a podcast recently.
What doesn't he say in his podcast? Yeah, like, come on. All right, lay it on me.
He's been getting a call from somebody.
Huh?
He got this call. Basically, this is what he's claiming. I'm not sure if he's telling the truth or not, but it seems like but I wouldn't be surprised considering how crazy things have gotten.
Go ahead.
Hey, pal, I need you to critique my prog, damn it.
You know what? I fucking believe it.
I mean,
at this point.
Spurs on Vince McMahon. Just saying.
I believe it.
Do we need to say anything about the
Just say that-
past? Do we need to say anything about the past?
Yeah,
That Vince hates the past, and now he wants to bring back someone from the past to come back to play the past, except it's going to be horribly done horribly.
I feel like
Well,
Vince.
wait, the first time they've retconned something, to be fair. Just saying.
Hold on, Vince legitimately. Here's the thing with Vince. I always feel like he's bouncing back between hating the past and loving the past. Like, you hear stories where he's bipolar, like, all the time with this shit. Every week it's something different.
Yeah, well,
He doesn't have a good steak 2 days in a row, and all of a sudden he's a different man. You turn the coin sideways.
Yeah, that's when he wants his steak wrap. That's a burrito, Vince.
Oh,
you got a
hello.
guest.
Well, if it isn't, the other commentary correspondent, or should I say pre-show panelist, most recently from the Jeff Nation Network. Good to see you, Mike.
Nice. Hi, Mike.
He's getting himself in order. I'm sure he's going to have some witty thing to say that's going to...
I don't have enough fucking brain cells for this.
God, did my Vince Russo comment break him?
I think Mike
Either
heard the
he
name.
has too much stress in his life.
Mike heard the name Russo. He's like, "Fuck this shit."
Bro, I'm gone. See ya.
I'm out.
I totally understand that. With the moment you hear Vince Russo might be in contact with WWE, then you know you should panic.
Yeah, at this point. Before we,
Poor Mike.
I think the best way I can sum it up is a quote from the late Pat Patterson. God rest him. Some days he likes vanilla, some days he likes chocolate. At the end of the day, it's his ice cream shop.
What the
yeah.
hell is that? That's pretty ironic.
Sure.
Can I say this before we begin? Before we do any news, we should probably at least break down 2 matches, one from each tournament. Before we...
Yeah, let's go ahead and subverge. We don't have to do it all at once. I'm fine with breaking it up across things because, as you alluded to, James, King, you said you wanted to do a bit of bracketology fun, as we now have our Owens formed to a degree, as each tournament has 7 participants and a joker waiting. We have a couple of match callbacks from AEW history, and we have a couple of matches never seen in AEW, but these opponents are no strangers to each other when it comes to their time on the indies and in pro wrestling. We know we got 3 matches tomorrow, so with that being said, King, you want to talk about the Owen? Take it away, introduce it, and then go from there.
In September 20th of last year, the Tony Khan brought the news on Twitter. And it was the news that basically I never thought I would expect. Neither of us AEW fans would have expected.
or any wrestling fan in the last 20 years would expect.
Yeah, period.
And on that day, he announced that AEW and the Owen Hart Foundation have announced the partnership, which basically, by all means, that was basically our rejoicing moment in professional wrestling history because of the fact that, well, we had to, well, and people were saying, when is Owen going to finally get his due? Owen got his due, but basically, you know, people would say, oh, Owen should have been represented WWE Hall of Fame, this and that. It wasn't going to happen, not unless you had Martha Hart had owned the rights to the name. It wasn't going to happen in WWE because of what happened at Over the Edge. You can kiss that always goodbye. At least in AEW, Tony Khan can give basically the blessing to Martha Hart that should have got and treat the Owen name with respect and respect the legacy of Owen Hart, how it should be done in the first place.
And I'm very happy she found a company that she's confident enough will honor him very fondly and is able to finally be at peace. You know what I mean? Like that. I think that's what it comes down to is like, at the end of the day, I'm sure all these years, especially with the gratuitous amounts of hate that she got from fans and even her own family at times for not allowing like a wrestling company to celebrate the legacy of Owen Hart. She finally found a company where she says, you know what, this is the company. I know they'll do it right, and I know Owen would love this company. He would have loved it here.
I feel like since the Brody Lee tribute show, the entire wrestling industry was opened up a different way, at least for 2 hours when it came to a perspective of what you should think of the industry, or at least what you should try and identify when it comes to all elite wrestling.
Yes.
At the core.
And especially since Brody Lee's passing was one of the main motives that got the best in the world back.
I think that
After 7 years.
I think you can argue that Brody Lee, as horrible as that was for us fans, I think that in and of itself was the reason that Martha went and got, called up Tony Khan.
Yeah, and
Which
now
is
we get to
weird
see Owen
to
Hart
think
in a
about,
video game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so weird, that he's gonna be
Showdown since Showdown's Legends of Wrestling in 2004.
Dude.
That was the last time he appeared in a wrestling video game.
Yeah, and
And now he'll
I'm
be
shocked
in
Martha
AEW.
signed off that. Or did Acclaim just not give a shit? I don't know. Mike would know because he's in the chat now. Mike,
I was saying, Mike's in the video game industry. He probably would know how all this would work.
did Acclaim sign off on Owen being in that game?
Well, I can tell you this: I found the brain cells. They were in between the couch cushion and the arm of the chair, so that's a good thing. I found some.
Before you talk about that, I need to ask: was it because of what I said about Vince Russo?
No, well, I mean, if Vince Russo has brought up more brain cells died than most.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna leave that one alone. To go back to what was going to be asked. Acclaim as a company has to get the rights from the individual to put them in licensed properties. So they absolutely, probably they talked to Brett more than anyone else because he's in there as well.
I think that no, they had to have talked to Martha. So
probably. I'm just throwing whatever could have happened out there as a possibility.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. That being said, as far as the synopsis behind Owen Hart and the fact we got this tournament, King, why don't you go ahead and break down what's ahead? That's literally less than 24 hours away. And let's get right into it.
Let's start out with the right side of the bracket that they're going to kick off first. We're going to start with Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin. The dream match that I feel like somebody's going to one-up each other on the dangerous level. On basically, if anything you can do, I'm going to do it more dangerous than you. We knew this. If we knew that this match was coming, but we're getting it now.
Yeah, we're getting into the quarterfinals.
The quarterfinals of the Owen. So, I'm gonna give it to Casey to start it off, and then we're just gonna go around. Whoever wants to jump in. Who do you have in this first round between Jeff and Darby, and why?
Darby, absolutely Darby. He's the younger, more up and coming talent. They want to keep their tournament brackets full of younger faces and not do the WWE thing of showcasing the old over the hump part timers. All love to Jeff. I've been a fan of his and Matt's for ages.
Yeah,
but this absolutely has to go to Darby.
I'll go after Casey. Yeah, man. I'm with Casey, man. It's got to be Darby. That said, this very well has the potential to be the match of the tournament because these two are knuckin' futz.
I've never heard that before.
All things
That's new.
And I genuinely think that they're just gonna kill each other in some way, shape, or form. You're gonna see coffin drops or swantons in places you never would have expected, and it's gonna be painful. So that I'm expecting something of that nature, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they do this. I wonder if they're gonna actually swerve us. Like, something tells me that there could be. Not saying there will be, but just to make things interesting, that Jeff could win it and they'll do a match series between these two. That would be interesting.
It would be, but here's the way I look at this. Because when it comes to AEW, they're not straightforward. Let's be honest here. That's part of the reason why we like it, okay? They're not straightforward. I look at this Owen and I think about, okay, what are you looking at here? Are you looking at storytelling? Are you looking at star building? Are you looking at who truly encompasses everything that was Owen Hart when it came to not only his personality, but what he brought forward to wrestling? If you look at the road to Jeff Hardy, so alluded to, when he was wrestling Bobby Fish, who, again, total opposite of what Jeff Hardy is, he felt a little bit of Owen Hart running through him, and truth be told, Jeff Hardy, he did do a bit of actual mat wrestling to a degree, and he feels like he can actually maybe win this, and hopes that that pushes him forward. We look at Darby Allin, though, during that same road to, he's like, Jeff and me, yeah, it's gonna be special. We basically like mirror each other. We're both reckless and crazy in and out of the ring. It's gonna be something to see. But again, when I look at these two, I think about Darby Allin. He is, in a way, a pillar of AEW. He is, of course, a former TNT champion. You know how much Brody Lee holds to his heart. Owen Hart means a lot to everybody in this. Let's not discount that at all, especially for the men, if nothing else. But for me, Darby Allin, he has to move forward over here and what I think truly will be passing up the torch at who is the most reckless, extreme daredevil. Eric, I see, is pondering, so I will now throw it to him.
Jeez.
Okay, two things. Jeff Hardy has kind of an advantage and a major disadvantage against him, since I think Darby's going to win this. Jeff Hardy's advantage is that out of everyone in the tournament, he's the only one that actually fought Owen Hart.
Yeah.
During his youngin' days in the WWF as a local jobber.
When he and Matt lied about their ages.
Yes.
Yep.
And the rest is history. Thank you, good old JR, who brought the Hardys into wrestling in the first place, might I add.
There's a reason why I think he's not going to make it far in the tournament.
Go for it.
From the point of the Jeff Hardy's banged up.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
He's always
Yep,
banged
I
up.
saw that.
I mean,
I saw that
Now I'm
report.
thinking like, oh god, you put him with that guy. Are you trying to, okay, here's the best way to describe it. It's basically, hey, let's make Kota Ibushi and Naito happen, but make it more, let's see,
Less
JA
about-
Wrestling Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
less
instead of
about-
bringing Char's
less
next,
about
we're
the
bringing
neck.
Char's back.
Yeah, less about the neck and more about, oh my god, how did he not die from falling from that height?
Yeah, flip back first to the floor or on the steps or something much worse. Who knows what these two
I got
crazy
it.
people are going to do.
No, I think I know what they're going to try and do.
Go ahead.
What?
They're going to have it be the main event, and they're going to be like, okay, we need to find a way to end this on a high note. Hey, Jeff, Darby, do you want to do the first ever AEW crash into the electrical boombox?
Oh, no.
No, I don't. Let's not get too crazy here. Keep in mind, this is a normal match.
I think we could do that.
This is also the Owen, and again...
Yeah, it's a normal match. Let's not
Yeah.
get too
I
carried
don't
away
think they're going to
here.
go that extreme to a degree yet.
They'll do crazy
Mike,
shit, but not that
Yeah.
crazy.
Mike, do you have anything to add regarding this match?
It's going to be Darby because Jeff's either going to be too smacked up to know where he is. Or
Oh
the company-
man!
I'm just going to call it as it is because Jeff's always been smacked up in every major title, whatever, or any major tournament, whatever, in his career.
He's still mad.
Am I wrong?
In fairness,
wrong?
In fairness, he is very much still mad about TNA, and I understand why, and to a degree.
Even
All I'm saying-
you had one of Jeff Hardy's original TNA themes he used in it.
Yeah, true. Go ahead,
That
Mike.
was awesome.
All I'm saying is that if you're the company, the smarter decision is to put all your coins in the Darby Allin basket and not put them back into the pill bag that is Jeff Hardy.
Dark.
And listen, man,
Dark.
he's still got a lot. Oh, which, by the way, has he been better since when was his last thing? 2020? Yes, I would say.
believe so.
Yeah, so I mean, he has been better.
No,
Contrary.
that's true, but I don't know. I look at it from the perspective of somebody that says, hey, he's got some demons. I won't sit there and say that he's not an incredible performer. I'm not denying that factor. I'm just
Right.
saying that things like that tend to repeat themselves.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
And
But it
I
seems
would,
as... Go ahead.
if you're the multi-million-dollar company and you're looking to make more money, Jeff is the past, Darby's the future.
Yeah.
Makes more sense to put your faith in Darby than Jeff, because Jeff's already had his greatest matches of all time.
He's got his greatest moments too.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's no reason to continue that and waste your time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, Jeff Hardy, last thing he needs to do, revisit the Young Bucks one more time, and we'll see when that comes to. All right, King, looks like we're all unanimous here as far as Darby Allin goes. What else do you have on pilot?
Let's see. So continue with the first round on tomorrow night's card. We're going to, yes, Noah, we are going to talk about this. Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
Now, between you and I, we're going to go to war with this because you a hater, Me and James down here, we Tony. So, we Tony. don't roll your eyes like me like that, dude.
You especially are Tony.
I didn't say anything.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Not on this one. I've already done it, but I'm not gonna do it. So
Save it for the Zoom.
Save it for the Zoom. Exactly. These
so that
two
means you're
are
totally gonna do it.
these two are no strangers one another. I've always wanted to see this match go down, and we're finally going to get it. So Noah, I'm gonna turn this one on to you, Mr. Hater. Who you got and why? Even though I already know the answer to this question.
So there's reasons I've been figuring about this quite a bit. First off, I love Stardom. I love Joshi Pro. I love Japanese strong style professional wrestling. And these two have never met each other in a one-on-one affair. There's only been one other occasion besides the tag match on Rampage that killed it, by the way. Those four killed it. That these two were involved in the ring at the same time against each other in a way. It was a triple threat at Pro Wrestling Eve a few years ago with Chris Wolf. Jamie Hayter got the better of the other two. That being said, it's the first time ever one-on-one in professional wrestling. I look at it like this. Toni Storm is no stranger to tournaments. Toni Storm is no stranger to winning tournaments. She was involved with the Mae Young Classic under the other company, won that. But I look at AEW, I think about here, what is the narrative? What is the pushing force besides proving the fact that you are as great as Owen Hart held himself to be too? I look at what I think could be ahead in this tournament, and I look at she's been there for the longer haul. She's AEW. I don't see her right now taking another L in a big situation. I want to see her pushed, go forward. I want to be surprised to a degree in at least one of these Owens too. So I did pick Jamie Hayter. Total lariat, or maybe a surprise roll-up, say what Toni Storm did to a certain doctor. Pick up the win here. At the end of the day, it's about who gets the three. I don't see no submission game at all used here.
Nope. Hello, Eric. What do you got?
Eric, what you got?
Okay, there's a reason why I'm going to say this. I think Jamie Hayter's going to beat Toni Storm for one particular reason.
Go ahead.
Because if they do this, Britt Baker and her could be in the semifinals, and then we could get hilarity ensuing.
That, or it could be a certain Joker that I hope to see in there too versus Jamie Hayter in another one-on-one.
I do have someone in mind who should be the Joker.
We'll
get that.
I'll say that.
As far as this, James? 2 for Jamie. James, your rebuttal.
I will pass it to Mike, and then Casey, you'll go last on this.
Mike.
Oh wait, do you want to go Mike first and then me?
It don't matter.
Okay, I'll go first. Mike, you'll go after me, just because.
You're good, man.
Okay, I'm gonna go in this case with the more obvious choice. Because you kind of give a good point, but I'm gonna go with Toni simply because, I think there needs to be a different feel for the AEW tournament. I don't think you should go with the same people that you've been seeing every week. And granted, I'm fine with either result in this, but I could see Toni Storm fighting whoever the Joker is, which. It could be anybody at this point. There's so many free agents in the women's
of AEW.
in or out of AEW.
In an only qualifier.
So I'm gonna go with Toni because I just think it's Toni just arrived, and and that's another factor. I think it's too early for her to take a loss. I really do. I think it's too early. Granted. They did do a tag match, and I believe the babyfaces won. I could be wrong on that. Babyfaces won.
Toni Storm rolled up Dr. Baker DMD.
So
this past Friday on Rampage.
I could see it the other way, but I'm gonna go with the more big star choice and go casual with it and say Toni Storm. Mike, you're up.
Mike, you're up.
I gotta go with the Jamesy boy on this one. He's right on the money.
Make that 3.
And there we go.
Hey, Tony. Casey.
There you go. And by the way, Casey already said 3. He agreed with me. I will say, JD also agrees with us, so that makes 4. And he said also, match will be fire though, and that is the truth.
Japanese strong style, Stardom levels of competition. These two are going to suplex and lay at the hell of each other. That being said, King, your thoughts on this. I mean, I figured I know your pick, but come on, give your thoughts towards this. It is a bracketology, bro.
I gotta agree with James. Everything he touched on, he took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, we've seen Jamie Hayter on mostly television almost every single week. Well, whenever Britt's on TV, we see Jamie, or whenever we see Jamie, we see Britt. I agree with this. I mean, Tony just arrived, and it's too early to give her a loss here. So I gotta give it to Tony. Even though the match would be good, and I'm fine with either result as well. But I gotta give it to Tony on this one.
The nice thing about this tournament, most of these matches, I'm fine with them going either way. I don't mind being wrong when at the end of the day,
I agree.
Both parties deserve it, and you don't
Bet
know what
money
either's
on
going to
it, in
bring
which
forward.
case then you'll be mad.
Yeah.
What's that?
Unless you're betting money on it, then you'll be mad.
Yeah,
Well,
bro.
I don't
You're
know.
stupid. You're stupid if you bet on pro wrestling. What's wrong with you?
I'm a
They
simple
do
man.
that,
I'm
man.
not a
Draft-
I'm
you
a
say
simple man.
DraftKings?
I'm not a gambling man. So there you
Oh,
go.
fuck. That's right. I
And not to
forgot.
mention,
Forgot DraftKings exists, King. Thanks.
DraftKings
And-
with AEW partnership, yeah. Remember
At least
that?
they don't
Everybody-
advertise on AEW Dynamite. Pay-per-views I get.
I
Isn't
got two
DraftKings
things, got
on
two
everything?
things.
They're on
I
got
WWE too.
Yep.
I got two things. AEW is now going to air in Spain on TNT.
Yay!
The end.
And Tony Khan claimed that AEW is now the #1 promotion in the UK right now, so take of that what you will.
I'm
That
Let me
might
God.
be just a. That might be just a
Anyways,
booker.
I have a prediction for the Joker and who could fight Tony Storm in the semifinals if we're going to go with that route.
Again, it depends on what King's next match is. He's
Yeah,
using the ultimate. He's
King's
also
running.
focusing tomorrow.
King's running
Yeah, I
that
know.
shit, man. Let King
So
decide.
King, 2 down. Continue.
Oh man, let's go back to the men. And basically, I'm gonna start on the left side because I'm gonna save that right bracket match for last for the men's side because I feel like that one is personal. If you
More ways
look at
than
it, from
one.
exactly. So we're gonna start back on the men on the left side of the bracket, and we're gonna go Ray Phoenix and Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, God.
Now, yes, we got Lucha Libre and Technical clashing in this match right here. Now,
I
when
know,
I look,
I know what to call this match.
Go ahead.
go ahead, Eric. Eric, I'll start with you on this one. Go ahead.
Rubber match versus bone manipulation.
That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. What happens when a
So that
rubber?
pretty much
What happens when a rubber band breaks?
Yes.
What does it take to break a rubber band?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
How's that?
if we recall correctly, Ray Phoenix broke his arm from a choke slam.
Ah, shit. He's not that much of a rubber band, then, huh? Shit.
Oh,
King,
yeah, that's
King,
right.
save us, man, help us.
Oh, Mike, you're up.
God.
Phoenix all the way.
Hmm.
All the way.
Phoenix.
No bullshit. No nonsense. It's going to be Phoenix. He makes the most sense. Keep him going.
I'm gonna go against Mike on this actually and go with Kyle
Go ahead, James.
because Kyle is the tournament king. Like every tournament, I think that Kyle O'Reilly's ever been a part of, he's always made it towards the end or close to the end. He's always in the semifinals or the finals every single time. Like I remember still in WCPW too, like even that tournament, I think he made it to at the very least the quarterfinals, if not the
Finals.
semifinals. So it's like this dude has a knack for going far in these types of tournaments, man. Like I wouldn't bet against Kyle just because Ray Phoenix is his opponent. That's just me.
Why don't you got to factor in the House of Black and the shenanigans?
Yeah,
Yep,
like this
that's a
could
good.
yeah, that could just that alone, and you also got to factor in the elite, the undisputed elite could get involved. Like the Young Bucks could get involved, Bobby Fish could get involved, Adam Cole could get involved. So there is that
So
on his
basically, it's
side.
like 11-on-3.
I could see just a war all over the outside. Because I could see the House of Black trying to interfere against and join forces with the Undisputed Elite just to fend off Death Triangle members. I could see that as well.
Oh, God, I just had a thought in my head now. I just had a thought. Oh, God, you can put this in my head. What if the House of Black and the Elite encounter each other and we get Shield Wyatt encounter went from UK all those years ago? And then they start, and then Malachi just says we have a common enemy, and they surround Death Triangle, and we get Jurassic Express saving the day.
All right.
Are you trying to set up an even larger form of blank guts?
That seems like a Russo-like segment, though. That's just way too
Well,
overbooked. That's way too overbooked when you book it that way.
That is way overbooked.
I
Tony
mean,
Khan doesn't-
look, if you want to give the impression that we're going to get Trios titles soon, that's the way to do it, I think.
Ooh.
Just
We'll
say,
talk more about
okay,
we'll talk
You
more
know
about
what?
that. Okay. Well, you might have some. We'll talk more about that a little bit.
If there was any,
But-
you know what? Now that you brought that up, if there was any time to do a Russo-like booking style, that would be it.
It's now.
Yeah, that would be it. I could see it.
Considering 18 different trios, according to what we talked about, but yeah. But going back to the Owen here, yeah, again, I just figured about Kyle Riley. He is the tournament specialist. Whether or not we do see shenanigans involved in these Owen matches, whether now or towards the finals, depending on who we think might go forward, personally, I hope these are pure contests, because again, art, but I digress. But right now, I just feel that Kyle Riley is going to catch Ray Phoenix out of midair, trap his legs, and try to snap it. With that old man heel hook or that knee bar, Kyle Riley can literally make Ray Phoenix tap out. It's the mat game that Kyle Riley is more superior in, but he could also have a stiff strike too. If he can slow down Ray Phoenix, Kyle Riley has this one. So I have Kyle Riley going over.
I also will add with a comment from JD Ultra. JD is in your camp, Mike, and with Kyle not defeating Phoenix. I believe he said defending, but I think he meant defeating. So I think he is going with Ray Phoenix as well. I'm gonna pull a funny and look up, Mr. Gallagher man, your turn to pick.
keep it down in there.
Yeah, I gotta go with Kyle O'Reilly as well, mainly because he's the fresher face. Same logic as Tony Storm.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
What do we?
Phoenix coming back from injury too, by the way, just off after qualifying against Dante Martin in what I hope will definitely be a revisit.
What do you got? Who do you got,
Ooh, yes.
Eric? Who do you got?
I got Kyle O'Reilly. In fact, I'm actually thinking he'll make it to the finals since he has the undisputed backup.
And the experience.
That's
And I already have someone else in mind who could fight him.
Who do you got, King? Who do you got?
I got O'Reilly. I'm in the camp of O'Reilly. Got to in this case. Because, yeah, Ray Phoenix just got back. But also, in like Casey said, in that same camp of Tony Storm. Got to go with O'Reilly.
So that is
All right.
5-2 in favor of Kyle O'Reilly. There you go.
There
luck,
you go.
What you got next, King?
Let's go with, since Eric brought up Joker, let's do one of the Jokers, shall we? Samoa Joe versus the Joker on the left side of the bracket.
Before
Now,
I'll let you go. Go ahead.
now, who would I want to start this off first? James, I'm gonna turn this one to you.
I'm actually.
Who do you got as your Joker?
I'm gonna free pass this over to Mike because I think him and I are operating on the same boy that we want to see fight Samoa Joe.
Well, James, free pass it over to you, Mike. Mike, who you got as your Joker?
Honestly, Jeff Cobb.
Really, Jeff Cobb? I thought we were going Claudio.
No, I think Cobb would be cooler.
That's
Cobb's money. Cobb's big money.
I could see.
He should have won the G1
Damn.
last year. I'm still saying that.
Tim, you know this is tough because I actually could see
Cesaro would be great. Listen, Claudio Castagnoli would be fantastic. But Cobb, if they're going to do the Forbidden Door, Cobb's New Japan, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So it makes more sense if you're going to start the Forbidden Door concept to get the big Samoan fuck to fight the big Samoan fuck.
You know, it's actually crazy because I just brought up on the Jeff Meacham show too that it also could be Jonah as well, who just joined New Japan. So
I don't.
Matches in Impact Wrestling.
I don't know if, and I'm just saying it because New Japan has a very specific booking style of how they do things. I don't think they would put all their eggs in having one of their new guys go up against Joe in that way basket, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
That makes
that's
sense.
totally fair, but I still see it could be a possibility.
Oh, it's absolutely a possibility. I mean,
That's
again, we
crazy.
have two that we can throw up currently, and Cesaro makes the most sense. Claudio would be fantastic in the ring against Joe because goddamn,
And Jeff Cobb would be.
and Cobb
All
would
three?
just work because they're two dudes that would,
Damn, you know,
have a very similar career path.
it's crazy because Jonah, even though he just left Impact, was in Impact, and that would make sense for him and Joe to fight for the television title at some point later down the line. And then Jeff Cobb makes sense because the New Japan deal with New Forbidden Door, and Cesaro makes sense because of the whole deal with Ring of Honor and his Ring of Honor ties. Oh, it's not as easy as I thought. I don't know.
We have the counter solution if we want to tell a story here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Eric. I love story time. Let's go.
Okay. Who was Samoa Joe's opponent that he won the television title for? But I'll pull a swerve on that. Hold on.
He won it from Minoru Suzuki.
Or Suzuki.
Yes. So I have the perfect solution.
Minoru Suzuki.
You get someone who will avenge Suzuki's loss, and there's only one person I can think of.
Oh, Sabre Jr.
Christopher Daniels,
Zack
good
Sabre
choice.
Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. Oh,
Yes. CSJ.
Suzuki gun.
That would be interesting too. Damn it!
It would be interesting, but I'm gonna tell you why I don't see that happening.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Casey.
Bryan Danielson just declared his intent to start competing with New Japan.
Hey, who is it?
If you think that they are not going to capitalize on Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr., I want some of what you're smoking.
Well, to be fair, they could still have an encounter with Bryan and Zack Sabre Jr. heading into Double or Nothing.
Yeah,
and then
that
we
is
could build
true.
it up from there.
That is true. He's not wrong. Oh man. Oh, there's so many people that could be a part of this. I don't know anymore.
That makes the tournament more engaging, exciting, unpredictable, but still, you're not disappointed. I'm sorry, what are you saying, King?
I say Noah, go ahead. You kind of been quiet about it a little bit. Who you got as your Joker?
Ah, jeez. So, again, I think about two things. You guys kind of brought up a couple of names that I thought of. I think about New Japan.
Noah wants. I know who Noah wants. He wants Yano.
No! No, we don't!
No, we don't.
No. If he wants anybody,
Joe via
if he wants-
shenanigans.
if he wants anybody, he wants pizza.
He wants the bunny.
No.
Brown Bunny.
Evil.
Anyway,
Evil.
we're talking about men,
He
not
wants
women.
evil.
Focus. Yeah, no one wants evil, okay? That being said,
No, evil.
thank God he's no longer never overweight champion, but I digress. Tonga Loa would be freaking awesome.
I
Anyway.
actually put you on screen because I thought you were going to rant about Yano, but go ahead.
No. No one wants to hear a rant about freaking Yano this late at night on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll save that if I ever do like a freaking rant podcast. That'll be a day. I'll just say that for Stat Boy. Okay, this match. I think about NJPW. I think about Ring of Honor. That's the only way I see this working. Samoa Joe, Ring of Honor Television Champion. He's feuding with Jay Lethal. It's not going to be anything regarding that. Jeff Cobb is a former Ring of Honor Television Champion. Jeff Cobb was one guy I thought of just because of that history. It could actually lead to maybe Joe versus Cobb for the title itself, and the two never faced each other at all. Ever in their respective careers. Claudio, though, yeah, that was the obvious second choice for me because they have past history at Ring of Honor. They faced each other like 3 or 4 separate occasions. I'm not sure what the record is between the two, but I wouldn't mind seeing Claudio definitely in AEW. But again, it comes down to you start here, or you go from here. That's a whole nother perspective. And like you said, you brought up some key names that also could be involved here. T's and fans to come like Zack Sabre Jr., but I also heard people maybe thinking about, why don't you keep it within AEW's bubble? Why don't it be a return with somebody like Miro? I'm like, and Miro's doing other stuff, and I don't think he's fully cleared to compete.
I think he is cleared. I think he's just doing some TV work.
Yeah, he's doing some TV work right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's on a TV set right now. I don't know for what show, but
All right.
Miro's doing some good stuff.
I think they're going to be on Flora's Lava on Netflix soon.
Yeah, Flores.
Yeah, it's. Ooh, I would love to see Miro fight somebody if he's back in time.
The best man, but I digress. That being said, I look at it like this. My most obvious Joker, it's Claudio. I mean, come on. It's friggin' Ring of Honor personified. It's Moa Joe versus somebody that's going to bring a worthy fight. I look at everybody else in this roster right now. Nobody else makes sense to me to be the Joker within AEW, it seems. And then again, try to call my surprises because that's what he does. But personally, the Joker, I feel like it would be Claudio. Now, here's the thing. If it is Claudio, it comes down to, do you continue building the tension with a former Ring of Honor champion in his own right, longest reigning, in J-Lethal, where inevitably, I feel we're going to get J-Lethal versus Samoa Joe for that title at Double or Nothing. I don't see it any way unless they do a Ring of Honor pay-per-view the day before Double or Nothing, and honestly, they might do that. Regardless, if my Joker is Claudio, I have Joker going forward because it's Claudio, and Claudio versus Kyle O'Reilly, come on now.
King,
Yes.
I think you're the only person that didn't speak on this, man. Help me. I don't know who it could be.
Let's see. Let's see.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get the
Okay,
list. Let's see.
Before I let you do that real quick, I have an obvious Joker in mind, but I have a second one that's way out of the park. I don't think anybody's even said, but I've heard rumblings. The first one I have is, of course, it's Claudio Cesaro. That's the obvious. Now, the second one, this is the way out of left field, because I have heard no one say this name. But what if it's Gargano?
Ooh.
Gargano!
You know.
No. Well, what if they finally say? Okay, we're gonna promote the video game with this match. Get Candice LeRae.
I mean, both wrestlings in AEW. What the hell?
Well, I mean, no one's heard of Gargano in a while. Gargano's been Twitch streaming, and he's been doing a lot of that. I get that, and he said that he doesn't want to do anything
for that.
Oh.
But it's not that far out of the possibility.
Again, you're not wrong. You might be a little bit out of line or out of the spectrum of who you might see show up in Bizarre World, that is Long Island, New York, where they already got their hometown boy coming on a stack card. It's also one of those things like, okay, what, can fit in the show. This show's already stacked as it is. So,
yeah,
again, we'll have to wait and see. But it sounds like regardless, we're all going with Joker at this point.
I don't know if it's Joker. But I'll stick with it just because Jay Lethal might interfere. So I'll stick with that gut.
Telling why it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think we're all forgetting one thing regarding the Joker.
Yeah.
Claudio literally just opened his espresso business. I think he's going to focus on building that for a while before he comes back to wrestling.
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true. Although, that said, it's only one day a week he goes. If he decides to go out. Maybe he could not be there Wednesday. Has enough employees to run shop on that day and then come back on to run the shop the next day.
Well, Britt Baker also has a dental practice, and she closes on Wednesday to do AEW.
Keep in mind, this isn't the fucking other company that doesn't allow outside ventures, Casey.
He's not wrong.
That's also true, but I also think Cesaro is best when he's focused on one specific thing.
It does that. You know what? Fact. That's fair. I didn't even think about that.
If we got Kyle O'Reilly going over, though, because remember, whoever wins here, allegedly, in our predictions, will face Kyle O'Reilly. You got to figure it's going to be somebody that's going to be as much as a mat-based specialist or violent hitter.
Yes, and that leads me to my predictions for the Joker.
Ooh.
My quote-unquote obvious pick, I'm going with Mike here and saying Jeff Cobb. Because Jeff Cobb and Samoa Joe just prints its own money in marketing.
Okay.
And it's never been done before.
Fair.
They have not faced each other in
And
one-on-one
plus,
action.
O'Reilly would have a fucking fantastic match against Cobb anyway, because
Yes.
Matt versus Big Haas will work beautifully to begin.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I know I said Zack Sabre. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Now to my out of left field pick, my secondary pick. Can you imagine the pop if, and I pray, I don't necessarily think this would happen, but it'd be amazing if he's back in time to pull this role off. Joe's in the ring. He's waiting for his opponent.
Yes.
and all you hear is Little V Mills.
Oh my
Boy, you
God,
crazy.
Omega! Oh, that's
Boy, you
Nah,
dude.
but
If he's
not
hit,
clear-
I was
he's
about
not
to say.
clear yet.
Nobody know. Well, that's the thing. You could have fooled me with how he looks, because I saw him recently. Oh man, if it is Kenny, there's too many. Thought there was one. No, there's like five.
Welcome to one of the most unpredictable tournaments in pro wrestling.
Well, no, one of the most unpredictable tournament. Okay, you know what?
Well,
Here's
we all got crazy aspirations, but it sounds like in
Yeah,
most
crazy
favors.
out of left field prediction.
Yeah,
It's
but
either
it sounds
Jeff
like in
Cobb.
most favors. Just thinking about the context here, we feel like it's going to be Joker because Samoa Joe is going to get somehow screwed by Jay Lethal.
Okay, I'm calling audible rapid fire segment. Best 3 picks for the Joker. Casey, go 3 picks. Go. Just so we're clear.
All right.
Cobb, Omega, Sabre Jr.
King.
Cobb, Gargano, and Omega.
Okay. Eric.
Junior, Cobb, Claudio.
Okay. Noah.
Claudio Jr.
Cobb, Claudio, Jr., Mike.
Cobb.
He's staying with his boy, and that's where he stands.
I'm gonna
story and he's sticking to it.
I'm gonna stick with my original thing. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, Mike convinced me. Primary Cobb, secondary Cesaro, and third Jonah.
If you're booking a big old tournament and you have a pay-per-view that's coming up in the future,
Yeah.
or this big huge forbidden door that's going to be opened, Cobb and fucking Joe have so much in common. It's crazy. They are. It's literally the same person from 2 different timelines. That's what it is.
Yeah, true. All right,
I got an out of nowhere idea.
go ahead.
To be fair, Cobb is facing Willie Mack on the United Empire New Japan America special in Philadelphia on the 15th. So again, he won't be far.
What do you got, Eric?
If you want to go
Eric.
really left field, let's see.
Oh boy.
He has a history with Samoa Joe, a very brief one. They teamed together a little bit, and he never forgets.
Me?
Never forgets.
He never forgets, and he also had a brief history with Joe. 18.
So it's me. You're saying I'm going to be showing up at AEW?
Yeah, because Mike, the first person I thought was Mike, actually, because he did legitimately have history with him.
Okay, who's the character on TV that always said he never forgets?
Me. I always say I never forget.
No!
Literally my gimmick.
A wrestler.
Not CAW wrestler, even though you met at my IRL.
But I'm an actual fucking wrestler. What are you talking
Okay.
about?
I know!
I'm a wrestler.
We're going off the
Let
rails,
me give you
Eric.
the next biggest obvious hint.
Go ahead.
Pat McAfee mentioned him on TV.
Wait, Pat McAfee's in the E.
He mentioned this
him.
person on TV at Backlash.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Oh.
Yes!
Oh!
Let him in.
I think that's out
I
of
feel
the
like
way.
Rochanda's done with wrestling for the long haul. He's just going to focus on movie production. I don't blame him.
You will never have a man that was more screwed by professional wrestling than
Then
him.
Wyndham, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
He had gold for you, Vince, and you threw it away.
I'm gonna be honest with you. AEW kind of already has their Wyndham in Malachi Black, so I wouldn't.
yeah.
I would love to
just
see the
waiting for the
two team
next
up,
select.
but I just don't see it.
I mean, again, never say never. Wait and see.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Can't keep moving forward. What we got next?
What we got next is that we're going to do another Joker, but for Britt Baker's case. So, for this one, I'm going to let Jay. No, not Jay. You already started off first. Didn't you?
Yeah, you started him off with the men's Joker.
Yes, I did.
Every person.
Different person. A must be chosen.
Casey, let's go with you. Who you got as your Joker for the women's side to face Dr. Britt Baker, DMD?
We got We got quite a few fun
Yeah, you
ones.
do.
yeah, we do.
In and out of AEW again.
Yep.
Yeah.
My first thought is probably, I'm probably gonna go against the grain here because I legitimately don't know what she's up to these days.
You go for it.
I'm
Go for it.
gonna say Mercedes Martinez.
She's current Ring of Women of Honor or Ring of Honor
Women's
Women's
World
World Champion. So
Is she?
yeah.
Yes,
She
yes,
is.
yes.
So
I
it
mean-
literally happened on Dynamite. What, last week?
It
Yeah.
did last week in the
Yeah.
main event against the Virtuosa. Made her tap out to the Dragon Sleeper after Deanna tried to bite her arm, preventing her from doing it. Hell of a match.
Dude,
Yeah, okay.
she did a surfboard stretch and then a dragon sleeper, and I thought she was about to break Deanna in half, bro. Dude, that was no.
Bodies are not meant to bend like that.
She-
Good grief.
She's like, I'm not gonna do the typical dragon sleep. No, I'm gonna mix Rey Mysterio and turn it into Undertaker badass. I'm gonna take care of some business.
Take care of business.
All right. I think I got another one.
Go ahead.
What you got?
I got a little bad streak going in my head. Let's throw Miranda Gordy into this mix.
Ooh, okay.
Bang.
Mm.
I love that.
Like that.
I like that.
man.
I like that. I got it.
She's the powerhouse of that trio too.
I could see that. I got one. I got one in mind. There's a couple in mind actually.
Then go ahead, James.
One is Willow Nightingale because she impressed the shit out of me.
I definitely agree. She is incredible.
The other one that could be a full-on surprise. I legitimately could see this being Deonna Purrazzo's spot.
Yep.
I could see that. I could see this as like her redemption arc and continuing the story of her vicious streak that started at Under Siege not too long ago on Saturday. So I could see Deonna in this spot. And man, could you imagine what a statement it could freaking be if she just kicked the shit. Like, and it, you know what? If they do it this way, I will take back everything I said about Britt Baker's promo at Bricksburg because I thought it was stupid for her to bury the whole division. If the whole reason she cut that promo was for Deonna to come in and say, you talk too much and kick the fucking shit out of her, I'm for it. Because that would be a hell of a way to introduce somebody to the mainstream.
It would be, but may I allow for a surprise pick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Casey.
And again, this is one I don't necessarily know what she's up to. What's Piper Ellering up to these days?
Ooh, Piper Ellering, or do you mean Rachel Ellering?
Sorry, sorry. Rachel.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I think she's a free agent right now.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
I can see Rachel. I can see Rachel too. Ooh, there's a lot. Eric, what about you?
Strong smile.
Eric,
now this is where I'm gonna go dream booking a little bit here.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
here we go.
The Joker
ahead.
select, and she fights someone that fights the person in the semifinals. Here's the best way to elude it. It's a Forbidden Door element, and we go for the undisputed Mae Young Winter Championship.
Who?
Toni Storm won the second one. Who won the first?
Oh, you're gonna run back Kyrie and fuck. Oh, Kyrie Sane.
Yes.
Oh man.
And we kickstart Stardom's deal with AEW.
Because they have been talks.
Well, I mean,
I like where your head is at with that one. I like that.
well, Bueller, I don't think they're in talks because Bushi Road owns both New Japan and Stardom. I think the talks are. I think they're a part of the deal. Just saying.
Pretty much. It's just, black and white at this point.
Then
It's
why
just
not
blurry
go-
and gray.
Then why not go out of left field? Why not throw in, say, Mayu Watami or Yuka Sakazaki?
See, I was thinking
Well,
about Tommy because she talked about winning the
Nagasaki
SW
lost the
championship.
qualifier.
Yeah, Yuka
Yuka
Sakazaki's
lost the
out.
qualified match on Friday against Riho.
Yeah, I think she's in Tokyo Joshi, isn't she?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's back over there now.
Yeah, which, dude,
Good match.
AEW's got a lot of freaking partnerships. I didn't even realize. Jesus Christ.
3 deals with Japan wrestling promotions.
Yeah,
Exactly.
actually 4. I guess if you count Noah. No, wait, is that 3? Yeah, because no, if you count Stardom as a separate brand in New Japan, I guess.
Yeah, but I was saying you guys separate. But anyway.
Because you remember DDT, Noah, New Japan, and Stardom. Now we just need to get All Japan, and we're like, holy shit. Like, bro, what the hell's going on?
Impact has a better chance at that since they have Sammy
James.
Callahan.
I'm just saying.
But Mike, your pick for the Joker for Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Or
Gail Kim.
I don't know. She's retired.
We
dude.
want.
Retired, but not done.
Like, if you want to get someone from Impact,
There is
I would say
no
just
such thing as retired in professional fucking wrestling.
Yeah,
That is
that's
true.
true.
Looking at you,
one
Mick.
person probably meant it, but then they took it back because blood money was too enticing.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, thanks. Well, I was about to say before Mick Foley and Shawn Michaels. Hi, Terry Funk. How's your 68th retirement going?
Terry Funk, the only man to have retired more times than years he has lived.
Yes.
Saying something. Good lord.
I'm just
I think
saying.
the only one that could beat him in the retirement department is Ric Flair at this point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Probably.
I'm saying is that Brick has a very loud mouth. And if you want to prove how loud her mouth can get, if she can get Gail out of retirement, she can do fucking anything.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, yeah.
Not saying
Okay.
Not saying that it's likely, but if we're gonna talk about a wild card, that would come out of so fucking far of left field, nobody would ever see it coming.
You talked about an Impact star, Eric. Who did you have in mind?
If you
who's
also
your number one, Eric?
want to have someone throw hands, she was in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Mickey James too.
Mickey.
Oh, this is more unpredictable. My brain
But here
hurts.
comes the problem: is Mickey still under contract with the Fed? Because if she
No,
is, she might-
Impact. She's with Impact.
No, that was just partnership between Impact and the Fed. That was,
okay, I'm just making
Like, that was
sure.
one off.
quote-unquote.
Let's see how that's going so far. Let's check.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing since the Rumble.
Got it.
Nothing.
Oh,
since the
nothing.
Rumble. Hey!
She
Oh,
also
there
still-
may be.
of course, she also still works in the NWA.
There's potential that WWE might not be stubborn asses, and it's gone.
Don't worry, Mickey James still believes that partnership is still going strong.
This
You are
partnership.
seriously in denial.
This partnership is long gone, just like the ex-girlfriend who will never return. Yeah.
It's almost as strong as her husband's fucking ego.
Ooh.
Oh, God damn. Nobody can. Let me tell you right now. No one here can beat Nick Aldis. Shut the fuck up, bag.
Whoa!
Dead.
Matt Cardona would have eaten Nick Aldis's lunch. Should have done business while you still had the title, you stubborn dick.
It's true. It's true.
So, Eric, who you got?
I already told you, Kyrie Sane.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
Noah,
we kickstart.
Noah,
Stardom,
you're the only one that hasn't
Noah,
given
you've
something. Go
you've
ahead.
been quiet about this one.
Damn. Okay.
Well, he's in James's
Ron
position.
Simmons
They're
not bad.
stumped.
Well, I mean, it's not so much, I'm stumped. It's, again, the possibilities. I look at Stardom. I think about Mario Itami's recent statement, winning the SWA Championship off of Fekla in a great match, who's now going to go after the high-speed championship, I think, held by Asume. In a way that the IWGP United States Championship is like a gateway or ticket to America, in Tanahashi's words, I think that Mayu, who wants to mix it up here, feels that necessarily the SWA title could bring her over here. And being a former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, I could definitely see Mayu Itami being a surprise to show up. After all, she was involved, James, at G1 Supercard that you saw against the gatekeeper, Kelly Klein.
Yes.
I also think about Impact Wrestling, I think about, the depth of, again, their Knockouts division. The likes of maybe Masha Slamovic showing up out of nowhere as a Joker, taking on the Doctor, who's currently undefeated right now in Impact Wrestling, but really hasn't been tested since against another Joker you all alluded to, Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo. Everybody wants that match. I know the match hasn't happened yet, and Deonna Purrazzo and Britt Baker have only faced each other on 4 other separate singles occasions, and right now it is 2-2. That being said, I think about
Watch
maybe.
us all turn out to be wrong. Watch us all turn out to be wrong in this.
Well, that's part of the fun, right?
And the Joker was actually say Killer Kelly.
Oh, I love that!
I will pass out in happiness knowing that she's back here in the States professionally.
I got something torturous. I got something torturous.
Asia Kong comes back.
I thought Kong would be an interesting one, but nah.
I got something torturous idea.
Her knees are gone.
Do not say
Eric,
you say
What
Maki.
you got, Eric? He has a something to interrupt.
If
What
you
got?
say
No,
Maki Ito,
I got a better idea for PTSD-induced flashbacks.
Do not say
What?
Maki Ito.
Oh, no.
Do not say it.
8 million ways to die. She's one.
There are 8 million ways to
Awesome
die.
Kong?
Awesome Kong!
I know.
I don't think that's gonna
listen.
happen.
Gail, listen.
Piss everyone off.
Yeah, no, listen.
Well, again,
Listen.
Age of Chaos.
Listen,
Go ahead
man.
real quick.
Gail Kim has a better shot than Awesome Khan at coming out of retirement, bro. Listen, Gail Kim could still go if she wants to. Awesome Kong can't, and was recommended by doctors not to. There's a huge difference here.
Huge.
Right.
Gail's been taking a lot of time off to fucking heal.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Complete
And push forward Impact Wrestling, particularly the Knockouts division.
Yeah,
Thank you.
she's the writer of the Knockouts division, as far as I know, or the booker.
Pretty much. Management.
Yeah, which she's doing a great job, by the way. Keep the shit up.
Seriously, thank you, Gail. That being said, I think about, we talk about the free agents that are available now with so much promise. We threw names like Candice Wrestling out there, Candice LeRae. We think about others that are out there, Dakota Kai that would make Casey's day, Nixon Newell, Tia Knox. We think about Athena, per se. I also think about maybe somebody within AEW itself that has history with the Doctor, but with a new attitude and a new persona. Can she actually go over on her and surprise us and further Brit's conspiracy theory? I feel about Chris Statlander, because I would like to see Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter mix it up now, especially with
but as a Joker,
Chris's
though,
new attitude.
I feel like
As a Joker, though?
Well, again, I don't know what how far Tony Khan's going to span out. Again, guys, you got to consider what's also on his roster, too. It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that, to a degree.
Yeah.
In all forms of wrestling.
Oh god, I got another person in mind that will definitely make James pissed.
Oh, God,
Well, who would
damn
that
it.
be?
Go ahead.
We get Big Swole back!
No! No! No!
That's too
No!
That's too far. That's too
Zero!
far. That's too far.
Nada! No! Good.
All right.
Stay
I'm down.
away
I'm down.
with
I'm
ACH
down,
on your
I'm
shitty little podcast on the shitty little internet. Stay the fuck away from Tony Khan, you bitch. Fuck
And
that.
we just gone off the rails.
Mike, we're going on the
That's
nope
all
train. Get on that fucking nope train. Nope.
All right, calm down, brother. Calm down. It's all good. He just had to do that with you. It's all
I know.
good. I know Rachel Ellering would be another name too, but I know she left Impact on weird terms. I have no idea what's next for her, but I think that'd be a promising match too. But as far as what I feel like could be my primary Joker, I personally would love to see her mix it up with Mayu Itami, being a former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. And I don't believe Mayu and Britt have ever faced each other also in ring. So
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go along with that. But if Tony Khan keeps it inside the roster,
Yes.
my first ballot pick is Chris Statlander.
Oh man. There's so many.
All right. Yeah. All right,
King.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, I was about to say, King, you're up now.
Good luck.
60% sure he's gonna say Maki Ito.
No, actually, this is the
Oh
one.
my
time
god, I was
actually
gonna say
wrong.
because James would have slandered her.
So I am not going to make James mad on this.
Nah.
one, trust me. I'm not gonna do that.
In fairness,
that.
I'm sure Maki Ito is a lovely person. It's just that segment sucked and I hate it.
But if I have to go with, I got one obvious, one wild card. The obvious, in my opinion, is Athena. That is my obvious. Now,
Oh right,
the
Ember
wild
Moon. I
card.
totally forgot about her.
The wild card. I've seen Britt's Twitter, not Twitter, but Instagram. She did tease a photo of 3 women who were standing behind the X outside in the Performance Center on Orlando, Florida. Those 3 women were Dakota Kai, Candice LeRae, and Tegan Knox. Now, out of the 3 who I
Dakota's
would
still
take,
on no compete.
that's right. That is right. Dakota is still on the 30-day no compete clock. That is correct. So, I gotta go with Candice. I got Candice as my wild card.
Fair enough. So now it just comes down to this, gentlemen. Regardless, we named like 20 different jokers across all of wrestling. Do we see Britt losing in the opening round?
Do we see
I got
Britt?
another name.
Go ahead. What's your next name?
Okay, Tony Khan's actually been trying to contact her, say, hey, can we do this thing with you in Ring of Honor again?
Who?
Maria Kanellis.
Oh, Maria's a fair shout too. Ooh.
He hasn't wrestled in a long time either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't bad when she actually needed to wrestle. Let me see. Should be right.
And her and Britt have not faced each other at all.
I see Britt losing if it's, but it depends on the name.
Exactly. I agree. It depends on the name.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think the only name that works in this case, based on everything y'all said, is the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yep.
All right. So, let's rapid fire and then pick who wins. King, go rapid fire. Three picks and then who wins.
Purrazzo, Athena, Candice. I got Purrazzo as obvious. I think Deonna wins.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on all that. King. Or King, listen to me. Eric! I meant Eric!
Trying to pull up freaking John Silver.
Are you saying Candice LeRae or Deonna Purrazzo? I'm going with the Joker.
Okay, Casey, who you got?
Purrazzo, Ellering, Itami, and I'm going with Purrazzo winning.
Okay, Joker winning. Noah.
Purrazzo, Itami, Statlander, Joker wins regardless.
Mike.
Gail, Purrazzo, and fuck. I'll just leave it blank for right now, and I'm gonna say that Britt's gonna win.
Okay.
Someone has to believe the Doctor's gonna win.
There you go.
Very good.
You could go. You want to go Candice because she is free agent right now.
Yeah. Might as well.
All right. There you go. All right, there we go. We got the Jokers out of the way. That was the longest part of the fucking podcast for sure.
And the Jokers, again, are so unpredictable because of the fact we are in a forbidden door world when it comes to AEW. Anyone can show up.
I love it. How wrestling should be, honestly. Eric, King, what we got next on the Bracketology?
All right. The Bracketology on the right side, we got Riho taking on Ruby Soho.
Oh, crap.
Now, Riho's first match back with Yuka Sakazaki, that was pretty good on Rampage. I loved it. This is what happens if Tony Khan could put more focus on the women's division in AEW. I felt like that was their breakthrough to basically let's get this train moving forward because they got a stacked ton of women, very talented women on that AEW women's roster. It's just basically putting in the continuity and the consistency of booking it going forward.
Agreed.
Which I feel like Rampage on Friday night was the breakthrough. So, and then plus of Ruby Soho, we've seen Ruby on Dark Elevation and Dynamite on all 3 shows, and including Rampage as well. But I feel like here, this is where I'm really split because I'm going to go first here, and this is my first time going first. So, and this is where I'm split between these two because Riho just came back. But Ruby needs momentum here. So
He's also lost a previous tournament.
Exactly. So if I were to nail it down that way, sorry, Riho, I like you. Glad you're back. But I'm going with Ruby Soho. I'm going with Ruby Soho here. Eric, who you got?
Ruby Soho for the same reasons that you said. Like, as much as we like Rio, it gotta go to Ruby Soho. She needs some more momentum, and plus, with her storyline with Tony Storm, Britt Baker, and Jamie Hayter, it could really be in the finals. She could make it to the finals.
I'm gonna go last on this one. Noah, go.
I mean,
Noah.
you pretty much summed it up because at the end of the day, she was in that TBS championship tournament and lost out. Riho right now, I wonder with the new attire, is she adopting maybe a subtle new attitude, and with a loss, maybe further turn her heelish? And figured about again, maybe I'll have Jamie Hayter versus Ruby Soho, maybe Britt somehow makes a win. You get Afro Ash Stadium revisited. Or you get some sort of unique first-time affair with Chris and Ruby towards the finals, or quarterfinals per se. You get a first time with Sheeta and Ruby, and I guess Velvet now as a baddie has a whole different contrast too. Everything about this feels like right now that Ruby needs this win. Whether or not she wins is still to be said. And again, if Ruby goes heel, that'll be the difference. But right now, I feel Ruby needs to win this.
Casey.
Mike.
Oh, Mike.
Oh yeah, Casey,
Okay.
go.
Either.
Yeah, Mike, go. Mike, go.
Ruby.
I was gonna say, do you want Mike to go or Casey? Casey.
He said Mike said Ruby, so I think he just summed it up
Casey,
simply
go.
as that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Casey.
Casey,
I don't know what else you want, so just leave it at that.
Let's start a riot.
Ruby,
There
right?
you
Okay, there you go. Soho's old name. All right. I'm gonna throw a wild card at you all here. We have seen them do this before, but never in a tournament. What if they do a time limit draw here? That's my official prediction.
Both get eliminated?
Yeah, either Red Velvet or Hikaru Shida's getting a bye. That's my prediction.
No, we bring back the judge system they were gonna do.
Ooh! I could see that. I could see that too. They need to start doing that more. I like that they add the judge systems into it.
Come into play, which it hasn't since Full Gear or that other championship match. It's still a nice element to think about.
I like that. Yeah, that I could see that. I could see that a whole lot.
It would be a banger too if they do go 20 minutes to a draw.
Either way, okay. So what I will say is they're both my primary because this is a very iffy situation. I'm gonna say Ruby wins, but time limit draw is my number one pick because I for some reason I just don't see them bringing back the judges for a tournament match. I think
So
they
you're
only
saying
say that for
Vacant's
10.
gonna win.
Huh?
Vacant's gonna win.
Yes, Vacant's
That's
gonna
the true
win.
winner.
Yeah, that's true. Vacant will win. I don't know. It's weird because I feel like they only do those for championship matches.
They do.
Which
once, and then
that's what. Yeah. So you know what?
Eric, they did it for Heyman and Bryan Danielson too. Remember?
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, they're both primary. I'll say Soho if there will be a winner, but I will win if my time limit draw wins because I genuinely think this could go to a draw here.
It would be a unique thing to see in one of these matches in the Owen.
There you go.
All right.
What we got, King?
We got Red Velvet and Hikaru Shida. We got Baddie versus a warrior who a warrior I feel like going into this after her match with Deeb weeks ago in Philly probably still be banged up. Now, I'll save my pick for last. Noah, go.
I mean, the last time Hikaru Shida faced Red Velvet one-on-one, she beat her in 12 seconds. Now Red Velvet's adopted a brand new attitude as a baddie, much to your and James' pleasing. I think about Hikaru Shida's health, like you said. How well is her knee regarding that crazy street fight with Serena Deeb? And will Red Velvet exploit it in defeat or in victory? Will Kiera Hogan be in her corner too, like an AEW Dark? If I look at this tournament, I got Ruby Soho going forward. She's the face. I guess you kind of need, that heel that will do anything it means to win or make a statement. In contrast, So, thinking about that, I actually think that history's still going to repeat because I feel like Velvet's just going to beat her up after the match. I got Sheeta going forward because Sheeta and Ruby's the bigger match to me. Sheeta.
Yeah, yeah, you made a good point. Shit.
Very good point.
Yeah, Sheeta. I gotta go Sheeta.
2-0 Sheeta. Mike.
Sheeta.
3-0 Casey.
Double DQ.
Oh.
Wait, so the final's on the left side? What the fuck? Casey!
What? Explain. Explain.
Because number one, Sheeta has that bad knee going in, and Red Velvet has the history of getting beat by Sheeta in 12 seconds.
Yes.
We also, however, know that Sheeta is a warrior among warriors, and she's not gonna let a little thing like a bad knee get in the way of her dream. It's a case of the irresistible force and the immovable object.
Okay.
And the only thing giving in that situation is the ref.
Interesting contrast, pushing Sheeta beyond her limits emotionally to the point she maybe doesn't answer the 5 count.
Dude, if Casey's pick comes true and my pick comes true, what the fuck do you do? Does that mean the left side is the final? What the hell happened?
Pretty much.
You eliminated one whole half of the tournament. What the hell?
Well, guys, that's a tournament. That's a wrap. What a tournament.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Owen Hart, he was a bit of a hothead, so there's that.
Not to mention, one of the all-time great ribbers in the history of the
Oh my god, what a rib that would be. You fucking me.
Oh my god.
On us wrestling fans, too, that'd be the ultimate rib. Owen Hart's like looking down on us. He's like,
Thought
you'll get the right side.
Hey, what was that phrase I had? Enough is enough and it's time for a change? Godspeed, you fucking prick.
Well, he's foaming out the mouth.
I know what's going to happen with my prediction.
I think you're the only one left, so go for it.
Go for it.
Okay, here's the best way to describe it. James is going to see this match and is going to be like, wow, look at all the lack of diversity going on here.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, because I haven't used that line in a bit.
We're not going down.
I'm going down there. He brought it up. I got it.
No, I'm throwing it audible here. We're not going to go down that road.
Big Swole, go fuck yourself.
Oh, gosh.
All right, go ahead.
Nice one, Eric. But seriously, your pick.
Okay, so Red Velvet has the 12-second history, but she can and here's the thing. I think Red Velvet's going to win via DQ because she's going to try and goad Hikaru Shida about losing that match as well.
That is true.
To Serena Deeb. Because think about it. Red Velvet can say, sure, I lost in 12 seconds, but if at least I'm not the person that lost the number 1 contendership.
That's true.
That's true. That's a good one.
And Serena Deeb is going to fight our favorite Thunder Rosa, who now follows me on Twitter, so I get the win here.
Well, she also follows me too, but again, it's not
Me
about
too.
me, it's about wrestling. That being said, stay tuned, folks. ATW crew will be back predicting and previewing Double or Nothing once the card is known too.
Yeah,
that being said, so it looks like everybody pretty much is practically unanimous here with Sheeta, with the exception of eliminating both via DQ and Red Velvet exploiting. So, King, you wanted to be last, so who do you got?
I got Sheeta winning. Yes, Red Velvet will exploit that knee, but I have Sheeta winning, but she's not going to go far in the tournament. Not going to go far at all.
Again, Sheeta is going to have bad blood coming after her, regardless.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, the way.
I just realized
I love this.
I just realized something.
What's up?
What up?
What if they start to use this match to build Jade Cargill versus Hikaru Shida? for Double or Nothing.
For the TBS Championship?
I could see
Yeah.
that. I could see that. I didn't even think about that.
And that could be the person that takes it off for, honestly.
Sheeta Cargill for the Hose Championship.
Oh no, no! Don't bring that up.
God love you, Charles Wright.
He's still alive. Why'd you point to the heavens? He's still alive.
I can't see him from where he is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because he's high. Oh, because he's high. Oh, because he's high.
What?
Got it.
Fuck.
Got it.
Before we get to the last match, I have an announcement to make regarding this Owen Hart tournament.
Oh.
Now, if you have followed me on Twitter, I had talked about the idea I had in my head, and I've been getting it out there, and I've made a let's see the March Madness for all you sports fans out there. You know how the March Madness happens every year, and they have the bracket challenge, and the winner gets whoever gets the perfect bracket earns $1 million in cash prizes. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what King is doing, what I'm doing, is we're going to do the Owen Hart bracket challenge. It's on my Twitter. If you guys follow me, y'all know where the post is at. If you don't, my Twitter is AMTXXIII. Like that's the Roman numeral 23 with the number 23.
Specific.
So
Yeah.
if you can get and both of the brackets I have made are in my Twitter post. So what you need to do is you got until Wednesday. You got until tomorrow's Dynamite before it goes on the air.
Well, today's for us.
Well, today for you East Coast, for me Central folk over here, Central Time Zone. If you can get the perfect bracket for both men and women, if you choose to participate, you will get an AEW shirt of your choice on me from Pro Wrestling Tees.
Okay, I'm going for it. Where's your Twitter?
It's
Fuck. Like you need more free merch.
Just remembered something.
Go ahead.
You remember?
Noah, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, man.
Wait. What did I
You
do?
said last year we were going to have the ultimate draft 'em up contest where you would give us $100 of Pro Wrestling Tees gift card.
You did
say that last year, and you did say that last year, and you never fall through. So now I'm the one who's going to have to take over this. But anyway,
Fair, that's not a bracketology. Angry Monkey from Family Guy. That was something else that I was doing called a seasonal type in between pay-per-views, and we
You
only
never
talked
did it
about.
though.
By the way,
You never did it. Look, you want to try and start something? Talk to me the day after Double or Nothing, and we'll draft the AW roster.
By the way, I typed in the live chat King's Twitter just in case you couldn't follow along via words.
James is typed in my Twitter name onto the live chat. Go in there if you want to participate. Remember to save the 2 photos that I have customized for both men and women. And also, if you get one or both jokers correct on both sides of the bracket, that is extra points added to if you got the perfect bracket, basically. So if you want to do that, go ahead. You got until Dynamite on the East Coast, today's Dynamite on the Central Time Zone. You got till tomorrow's Dynamite before it goes in the air on TBS. And you will get, if you get...
I highly suggest to everybody right here on the call that actually has a decent-sized following, retweet it and pin to your thing. Because I just retweeted it, and I'm going to pin it to my wall. Or I'm going to try to, anyway. I think you have to quote tweet, so...
Try and pin it to your wall. I mean, it's not that difficult, bro.
Get involved. All right, yeah, you have to quote tweet. So make sure you quote tweet it when you
quote tweet. Everybody get involved. This is your chance to get a AEW shirt of your choice by me, which I will personally buy for you of your choice on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Let's do it.
You got the bracket. You got then, and I will pick the winner on Monday, May 30th, which is the day of after Double or Nothing. I will pick the winner. Just if you got the perfect bracket, just send it to me in the DM. and basically give me your name, and then your address. That's all I need.
Real quick, I assume the closest the getting the perfect bracket will win, correct?
Yes, the closest, or if you get the perfect one, closest or perfect.
Cool. All right. So y'all know, participate in the fun because I had no idea until just now. And I'm cool with it because that means free shit, and I'm joining in too. You bet your ass I'm joining in. Okay.
Because you're a broke ass white boy, right?
Yeah. In fact, I'll make sure everybody that predicted here will be in the chat.
Another thing, if multiple people get the closest bracket or even the perfect, I will do a spin the wheel, like Wheel of Fortune. I will do spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on, make sure you follow me, and I'll DM me your perfect bracket or close to the perfect bracket, and we'll get things started right away on your free shirt.
Cool.
On me.
Good deal,
Sweet.
man. A very optimistic venture you're trying to start here with a profitable victory.
There you go.
Exact. Now, let's talk about the last match, which, like I said, I saved this one for the last.
Yeah, I wonder why.
This right here, if you follow Dax Harwood on Twitter and watched his promo, 2-minute and 20-second promo, that right there was heartfelt. That right there basically almost had me in tears a little bit.
Mm.
Passion this man has for professional wrestling.
Yes. And who has Dax said that? Who is his favorite wrestler of all time?
Oh,
Bret
just
Hart.
the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
And then you got the other one on the other side.
And then you got on the other side, you got basically the man who was down there in the black and gold era of that company, who was
not to mention his favorite wrestler is Shawn Michaels.
So basically, when you look at this, folks, this is basically Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart in 2022 between Adam Cole and Dax Harwood. I'm gonna just jump in whenever I feel like it because this one is too good of a match to where I feel like, yeah, this is going to be my match of the night. So, Mike, I'm gonna start with you.
You know what? Toss it to James real quick. I want to get his opinion on it more.
Man. Okay, so when you talked about it earlier, you got a person who's a big fan of Shawn Michaels and actually worked personally with Shawn Michaels, and you got a man who's a big fan of Bret Hart and is now working personally with Bret Hart, even if it's not in an official AEW capacity. You add those two and the knowledge of the feud that they had back in the day, and I think you're going to get a very... you're definitely going to get... there's two things I'll predict. One, you're definitely getting a Bret Hart-Shawn Michaels tribute match. In the other one.
No doubt.
Number two, this match is going to fucking rule. I'm with King on that. And my official pick... I'm going to go the Heat route. Because Dax and Cash, just FTR in general, have been on a massive roll lately. Adam Cole, while he's been on a roll in and of itself, I think he needs a little bit more momentum than Dax does. So I'm going to go with Adam Cole because I think he's going to be one of these guys that goes all the way to the semifinals or the finals even. So I'm going to go with Cole. I gotta go with Cole. I think it makes the most sense with him. So there you go.
All right, Mike, you got James spots.
How would Danhausen say this? Danhausen chooses the baby man, yes.
Who's the baby man?
Adam Cole. He's the baby.
I mean, he does have a baby face. Fair enough.
No, but he's Adam Cole baby, right? The baby man.
Oh, Adam Cole.
I get what you're saying.
Yes, the baby man. I got it.
Yes, yes, man with baby, yes.
Man with the baby, yes.
Never found baby though.
And just like that, we took away all seriousness from Adam Cole in this match.
Very Google, very Gaga.
Casey go before James goes into Lady Gaga mode. Whatever.
Too late. Too late.
Too late, bro.
Well, you're talking about themes of Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart in 2022. I'm also going to go with Cole because who won both of those two's biggest matches back in the mid to late 90s?
Shawn Michaels.
Eric.
Who you got, Eric?
Who you got?
I got Dax Harwood. I actually see him making it to the finals. I really do. If for no other reason than I'm hoping at the very least that AEW's like, hey, Brett, I know you're on a merch deal with Vince, but you're allowed to come down here, right? And we can have you and Martha heal the wounds up.
I would like to see that, you know.
Also, there is something I want to point out between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Other than one, Shawn Michaels made fun of Dax Harwood's depression in WWE, so there you go.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
that also is not Adam Cole's doing, and I think there's
Yeah, I
a
know,
lot.
but I wouldn't be surprised if Dax Harwood makes a shot at Shawn Michaels for that.
Oh, he will,
See
as
it.
he should.
I can see it.
Fuck that.
Yeah, but there's something that no one ever talks about.
Go ahead.
1992, July 21st. Bret Hart fought Shawn Michaels in the official first ladder match.
Right?
Bret Hart won.
But they never talk about it, like you said. It's almost
Yeah,
like
they
it's
only talked about
non-existent.
it once.
On a countdown special regarding ladder matches on the WWE Network.
Oh, no, they talked about it on that Bret Hart Shawn Michaels rivalry documentary.
You know,
Oh, I forgot about that.
Shit,
I've seen
I
great
didn't.
documentaries.
Which was brilliant, by the way.
I didn't
Agree.
even think about that.
Very.
You know?
WWF Wrestling Challenge.
Fuck. Oh, it was on TV too.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It was for the IC Championship in Portland, Maine.
Wow, no love.
2 years before Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels happened.
I see.
Say what you will. Say what you will about the E. They know how to make documentaries.
Yeah,
Oh, indeed.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they.
They're revising it.
I'm surprised they. Yeah, I was about to say. I'm surprised they actually acknowledged it, considering they always talk about. The first one was Shawn Michaels Razor. The second one, then apparently.
Yeah.
Noah, you're up.
It pretty much summed up my men's bracket like this. When you figure about what this represents, it's the Owen Hart Cup. You look at a guy that personifies a love and a passion for professional wrestling, like the drive of Owen Hart, and how much he values the Hart family and what they did. And he's not doing it just for them, he's doing it for his own family too, so his daughter's something to look up to. Dax Harwood is literally my first ballot candidate to win this whole thing. Like you guys said, it's Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart reincarnated. But when it came to this tournament, the very first thing I thought of when it was mentioned was Dax Harwood of FTR. More so than Cash even. Because when you think about Bret, the first person to talk about it more than anybody is the tag team specialist, Dax Harwood. Adam Cole alludes to the fact that he's facing a tag team wrestler, like he is a great overall singles professional wrestler. But I don't think you sleep on Dax Harwood when you look at his recent singles performances against the likes of CM Punk. Just to name one, his most recent one, might I add, besides his own partner. That being said, he also says that people like me now, that's pretty cool, but I still am that utterly ruthless, sadistic bastard, and I'm going to bring that out against you too. If Dax can apply what he brought to the dance first to bring him all these tag team championships while also applying that passion that he has to go all the way in this, I don't think there's anything that can stop Dax Harwood, even if it's Darby Allin, even if it's Kyle O'Reilly, even if it's Samoa Joe, even if it's Claudio. So just that being said, I have Dax Harwood all the way. And honestly, this could be the closest match we get to a draw. That's how important I feel this match is, not just to tomorrow night's show, but the entire Owen. Dax Harwood all the way.
I could also see them at where it does go the time limit, and then they say this match will continue just like the Iron Man match did with Shawn. And
That would be such a great callback.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
It would be.
Exactly.
All right.
Imagine if Adam Cole goes into Bret's position if they'd say, this match has been scheduled to be He continued.
Oh my god, man! What a
Oh,
callback
yeah, right?
that'd be.
What a callback indeed. All right, Your Highness, King Swerve, take us home, big man.
This is it. Make it count.
Oh, man. I touched it on earlier. Dax's promo on his Twitter yesterday. He keep promoting it. It was such a touching promo. And whenever I look at Dax, I look at Brett, especially in that match against Cash and his match against Punk. I look at Brett just basically with his wrestling style, a technician in the ring as a singles competitor, let alone a tag team specialist in that matter, which, my God, 6-star FTR. If we're going to call tag team of the day, tag team of the year, give it to FTR, but that's another topic for another day. And then you got Adam Cole. I feel like they're going to call back certain moves from their feud back in NXT. I do feel like in this case because it has that NXT revival. I mean, we were supposed to get revival Undisputed Era in NXT. I wanted it. Did it ever happen or did it happen? I can't remember.
Only against Red Dragon. Adam Cole and Dax have never locked up.
Exactly. I want to see that, and here we are. I'm giving it to Dax all the way, and I'm with Noah here. Dax is taking it off. I'm going with Noah here. Dax is taking it off.
All right.
Funny thing about that ladder match between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, I found out.
Go ahead.
So WWE taped it. They just never aired it until 2007's ladder match DVD.
Okay.
So first ever ladder match, and they're like, we're not going to acknowledge it yet. We'll wait 2 decades.
The fuck?
For whatever reason.
For DVD.
Whatever.
Cool. Well, in fairness, they were still getting used to the whole schedule that they were doing for TV at that time.
We're intending to do an actual ladder match officially, but that rematch, but that never materialized.
Yeah, of course it didn't. Do we have any news now that we finally got over the first round of the Owen? Because you're the man with all the news.
Okay, so Roman Reigns has now lately been doing this whole teasing and whatnot, how he's going to be doing less house shows, though initially it did look like he was like, my time is coming up, I might be heading to Hollywood, essentially.
He ain't doing that yet.
What the hell's going on?
Suffering succotash. If he shows
signed
up
a
in a
new
movie,
deal.
I'm
He
going to
signed
end
a
my
new deal with
career.
WWE to basically say, I want to work less house shows. You got it.
Of course,
But
because Roman is the guy in the company. The Bloodline is the biggest money maker of that entire company. You don't have that.
Speaking
You
of
got
the
nothing.
Bloodline, he actually posted on Instagram.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
He thinks that this is him saying this about on TV. This might be the last time the Bloodline teamed together
Ever.
at WrestleMania Backlash.
But would explain how special it was when the Bloodline won together. So, I mean, if that was their final 6-man tag together, then I would say that would make sense. But when was the last time somebody said something was like, this is the one and only time it's going to happen? And
Yeah, they've done that many times. Yeah. That's a fair point.
Rock and Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
And plus,
I get bullshit in my throat.
And plus, for what I've heard today, Roman's going to be out for 10 weeks the whole summer.
Yeah, he's fine. He'll be fine till then.
But that does leave the 2 titles in question because now what do you do?
Money
This is what happens. Did you not hear about the new rules of the Money in the Bank?
What?
Main event WrestleMania.
Bingo! Which takes away the concept of the Royal Rumble.
Wait,
So
what?
what's going off the Rumble?
Huh?
So what's the Rumble for?
Money.
BS?
Wait.
It's for money.
Wait.
It's me. Noah Foster, it's me. Yeah, I'm the chairman, the man with the biggest cojones in professional wrestling. Why do we do anything in this fucking business? It's for money. I need that pay-per-view payday. Give me your take out your wallet. Throw the money at the screen. Through osmosis, I will consume.
Premium live event payday. They don't do pay-per-view no more because
They took away the pay-per-view name.
What the fuck, son? Are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're serious.
Yes.
But also, to reference the whole WrestleMania main event with the Money in the Bank contract, yeah, this isn't like the case. 2 things. One, this isn't a case of them saying in an interview and they botched it. No, this was a pre-recorded promo, and it was by Cody.
Cody Rhodes.
Okay, so Cody wins the Money in the Bank and is going to win Mania. Okay.
So they literally are going to start building Cody versus Roman for WrestleMania come after
So
Money in the Bank.
wait,
Is that what you're telling me?
so hold on. So I know what they're doing then.
Maybe.
It's Cody, Seth, and Roman at Mania.
Oh, God, I just had a realization.
Triple threat.
I got a realization, everybody.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
They're sticking to 2 nights. Roman, Cody, Seth, Roman, Rock.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
Or
That.
they're going to do the Wrestle Kingdom format where they have Cody versus Seth or Cody versus Roman and vice versa, and then we take both titles off of him.
Regardless, it sounds like Roman's going to drop those 2 titles at WrestleMania, or he's going to overcome The Rock and be unstoppable.
Honestly, I think if once the day comes he beats The Rock, it's
That
done.
would be
You
a
have
pretty
nothing
big.
left.
That would be a pretty
Well,
big
what-
rub for Cody though. If
Point.
wait, go ahead, Mike.
What's
Go
the
ahead, Mike.
point, though? He's gonna go up against Rock. He's gonna beat him, and then that's it. Great. Dwayne gets a loss. He gets a win.
Well, okay. Okay,
gives a
if they do this method, the New Japan style, then Roman beating Rock means that Cody, in theory, gets a bigger rub for beating Roman on night 2.
There's a problem, James. You're thinking with common sense. If this is
Yeah.
WWE, they're thinking this. Cody beats Roman on night 1. Roman beats The Rock on night 2.
Yeah, because even though Roman doesn't have the title, Roman still becomes truly the head of the table, being the one person he hasn't really surpassed yet in the family, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
God damn it.
What's next? Are they gonna fucking dig up Rocky Johnson's fucking corpse and say he could beat the entire family now? Like, what the fuck? What's next?
No, here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking.
It's my ass match.
Here's the thing. They're going to do this. They're first going to have Roman beat The Rock, and then they're going to try and see if they can buy out MLW's Fatu contract and have him defeat him.
Fuck.
It's not gonna happen.
Listen.
That's not good. No,
Listen.
No.
Nor should it. I love Jacob Fatu. I think he's an incredible wrestler. I think he's one of the best. I think he might be the best, well-rounded wrestler of the entire Samoan dynasty. No. That is the death sentence. No.
To Solo Sikoa.
I'm like, in a perfect world, here's what I would do. I would have a WWE get Fatu if they were possible, but he's the one that makes Roman leave the WWE for good. Or at least for an extended period of time. For Hollywood.
happen.
Problem with that, Eric, like you said, the WWE has no real future plan besides Roman at this point to carry the company. Cody
yeah.
might do it for a short haul, but that still is temporary.
No,
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna
know,
go.
but here's
Oh, wait,
here's-
hold
here's
on.
the-
Hold on, Mike. Go ahead.
They're gonna
Oh,
give it
sorry.
to Drew McIntyre that he'll finally get to become the chosen one. It's like,
Oh,
you were chosen
no.
because there was no
And have
one
him-
left.
Yep, and then have him carry one of the titles at Clash at the Castle. Yep.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then they're gonna ruin that too. Don't worry. Give them about a month.
Oh, wait. Damn it, they're gonna have Cody win the belts from Drew at Clash of the Castle.
Yeah, they will.
God, I just had another realization.
Because
I just
think
had
about
another
it.
realization.
No, whoa.
What,
Okay.
wait, I got a worse idea.
Well, hold on.
Even worse.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, because I get the sentimental reason behind it, because Drew and Cody come from the same class of getting fire from the E, going to the Indies, and making something better of themselves.
Sure.
Very fair, to say the least.
But go ahead, Eric.
Here's the WWE idea. Okay, we need Roman to drop the title, but we can't have him lose. What's the perfect idea? Okay, Vince, I know this is going to be a hard time to think, but how about that time where you did a 6-man tag team match and you lost to The Rock and somehow he became champion instead of him beating Triple H?
True.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's the
No.
WWE thing. They would do that. They would have the
Do it again.
Usos be the reason he lost the titles instead of having Roman lose fair and square.
Yeah, one of the Usos gets pinned instead of the tribal
Fuck.
chief.
Fuck
And then
that.
he banishes it from the family.
Well, this is the same company that also didn't do a fucking winner-take-all match at fucking Backlash, which we are saving, by the way, for last, so that way Casey and
by
Mike
the
don't have to
way,
deal with that.
before we ever get to that, there is someone who is on the Tribal Chief side who acknowledges him.
The fucking dude on NXT.
No, that's something else. This is what this person said. I'm sure he could. He's their WWE top guy for a reason, and it works hard to be that guy. I think the match would surprise a lot of people. And his
I
name
know who you're talking about.
is Kenny by God Omega.
No,
Omega respects work ethic. That's what that comes down to.
Which only leads to my only question. If that match was to somehow by miracle happen, I'm like, it's not going to for a variety of reasons.
Never will.
But imagine Don Callis and Paul Heyman talking.
that would
especially
be
considering their
cool.
past.
That would actually be cool.
That would be
But here's the
ballistic.
thing.
Let's be honest.
Here's
That would
the
be
thing.
ballistic.
Here's the thing. There's a thing that happened with Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega's match. I was like, Don, we know we want the match. You don't need to advertise it. So there's a moment in that match. I don't know if anyone else saw this, but Don Callis is mocking everyone in the crowd, but then he looks like he has like a post-traumatic stress disorder flashback, seeing something. He sees a fan wearing an ECW shirt. It's like,
Yeah, but that's a
during his
stretch.
time as Cyrus the Virus.
I would love it.
No.
That would be cool, but that's a stretch.
Oh, Lord.
That's a stretch.
It's Mikey Whipwreck. He was in the rafters the whole time, waiting to do the Hurricane Rana spot he could never fucking hit.
He tried though.
It's him
He
the whole
tried.
time. It's him, and then Mick Foley comes down, and he's dressed
Lord.
as Santa Claus,
Bro.
and he's got gifts for everyone.
Bro, that dude hit the Stone Cold Stunner from the top more often than he hit that fucking Frankenstein.
Speaking of Mick Foley, he actually did want to do a Christmas themed Hall of Fame speech.
course he
Where he
did.
gets on a
Surprised.
sleigh and ascends upwards, and Vince looked at him like,
Of course.
no.
Santa Claus for WWE Hall of Fame confirmed, played by the role
Oh,
of Mick Foley.
absolutely. Let's do it.
As
Fuck
nobody else should.
His
brother.
fifth alter ego.
His way of soaring to glory, I guess, to a degree.
It's like you were about to rant about the tag team title unification match that is now never going to happen because
Well, I mean, we're not there quite yet because there is something else we should definitely talk about that's more fitting. Since we're talking about, Roman and Kenny Omega, talking about stuff that's forbidden, talking about stuff that's groundbreaking, talking about stuff that is more dynamic. New Japan Pro Wrestling, there might be a little bit of toxic curiosity, but we had recently NJPW Dontaku celebrating King Bullet Club's anniversary. We also now have an open borders Best Super Juniors, including the freaking Blackpool Combat Club's own Wheeler Yuta and the current SVP champion Ace Austin.
Disagree. I think that Teddy Good's Bearded Club is the better faction.
I disagree. The BWO is the greatest faction. I think.
I don't know.
As far as I'm concerned, the most influential faction in all of wrestling right now is Blackpool Combat Club, and that's all I gotta say about that.
Disagree.
You have the right to disagree.
Hold on, Mike.
Okay,
Go ahead.
let me go sacrilege on this. It is clearly the oddities.
No. It's the old Legacy Inc., known as Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and the ref did a fuck on me.
All right.
DiBiase Jr.
Hey, okay.
Speaking of
trying to
his father
establish-
being sued.
Trying to establish a order of sanity here in the name of good professional wrestling, King, Bullet Club, Dontaku. They certainly own the night in more ways than one, too. We saw finally Evil lost Neverweight Championship to the good guy now, Tama Tonga. We saw a United States IWGP Championship match done between Tomura Ishii, again my guy, damn it, fell short one more time, and Tanahashi, and Bullet Club got a new member. And we also saw the return of the Good Brothers. And in the end, in the third time for rubber, Okada overcame Naito, but it looks like history might be repeating. And at this point, right before Forbidden Door, we now have Dominion and our marquee match is set up. So, King, I want to talk to you and throw it to you about the catalyst of professional wrestling right now. the Switchblade, Jay White, and everything he's done going through NJPW, AEW, Impact Wrestling, the USFJ Challenge, and NJPW Strong 2. So I want to get your thoughts regarding Bullet Club in general and the fact he's trying to form this Super Bullet Club, maybe including the Undisputed Elite. Do you see Jay White heading into Forbidden Door as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion?
I do, because, well, he is the catalyst. He is the man that basically said, and I caught that last bit of he said, I don't Taku, I still have more surprises up my sleeve. You haven't seen nothing yet. When him and the rest of Bullet Club walked out after they demolished Okada. So if something tells me the catalyst has more sleeves up his more tricks up his sleeve before we get to Dominion. Because
if up his trick.
yeah. But I have a feeling
That's gonna be a shirt someday.
He might get a certain baby, and that basically it'll like. I mean, he did say on Dynamite when the announcement was made that it's not about New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's not about AEW, it's about the Undisputed Elite and Bullet Club, because it's still our era. Jay White will be heading before we get to the Forbidden Door as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Now I turn around with you with this question, since we talk about Forbidden Door. Who would you have him face if you want to do champion versus champion, or you just want to do top star versus top star at the Forbidden Door?
We have the perfect solution.
Go first, then.
And I know what I'm about to say is going to be like, we know that's not going to happen for one reason, but I'll say it. Okay. We're likely going to get Hiroshi Tanahashi versus John Moxley there. He's been clamoring for that match.
That's going to be set up this Saturday, Casey, during that four-way for the IWGP United States Championship, including the new addition to Bullet Club, Juice Robinson. I got to ask you, Casey, before I give it back to Eric, did you see Juice Robinson out of nowhere coming into Bullet Club ever?
Yeah.
We can still get Toni Storm because she and Juice Robinson are a thing.
I'll be on.
There has not been a woman in Bullet Club besides Pizza since the Good Brothers used to walk out with the Amber. Thank you. Back at Wrestle Kingdom, and she was NWA champion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's better than Evil and the House of Torture.
I definitely agree with that.
Agreed.
Except for Takahashi. He's a treasure and you need to keep him and get him away from that bullshit.
Yes, get the Tokyo Pimp. Get him
Please,
out of the
get him out of that.
Please. You're only saying that because of who does the dancing for him.
No, he's a good wrestler and he's funny. Okay?
And plus I can't stand Evil.
Fuck Evil.
No one can stand Evil when he fucked up at Wrestle Kingdom, Tomohiro Ishii's record when it comes to classic matches, and disgracing the IWGP Never Openweight Championship. Don't get me started, but I digress.
Speaking of the Never Openweight Championship, ain't a certain machine gun going after that Never Openweight Championship now?
At Dominion, Carl Anderson, former KC G1 Climax finalist.
Against, if I'm not much mistaken, one Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
I might be wrong there. But...
You are right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go. Sorry about the interceptions. Going back to what you were saying, what is your proposed solution to Jay White's Forbidden Door showcase?
We give Bryan Danielson a Blackpool Combat Club.
Whoa.
John Moxley takes on Hiroshi Tanahashi for the IWGP US title. Bryan Danielson says he wants to fight in New Japan, go after the IWGP World Championship, and fight Jay White.
Here's the thing I'm thinking of though. What's the bigger match for Forbidden Door? Bryan Danielson versus Jay White, or Mikey? Bryan Danielson versus Okada.
Ooh. Mike, that's a good question for you, boy. Who do you go with?
Yeah, that is.
Okada or Jay White in that scenario to fight Danielson.
But you also got to consider CM Punk wants Okada.
Yep.
Okay, you want money? Like money. Okay, good match, White, for when it comes to like quality. Money, Okada.
Yeah.
He is the ring.
Yeah.
He makes it
Quality
rain.
J, money Okada.
I feel
Here's
like I feel like they both can put on a great match with
No,
Danielson.
they can't. But
definitely.
I'm saying between the two, between Jay White and Okada, who's gonna let Bryan do something absolutely fucking crazy that could end their career? Jay would.
Jay Wood, yeah.
Okada's got way too much to do something ridiculous that could shorten his career by like tenfold.
If you want to be pedantic on this, if Naito was cleared by this point, I'm pretty sure he would do something insane with Bryan.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. Naito can let him do his thing for a long time. He's fine. Just
He's
like
he's tranquilo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely tranquilo right now. He's gonna be because he has to get surgery soon.
just
Yeah.
let Naito do his thing. We'll come back to the Bryan Naito thing. You know, in a
'Cause
good
that is
year's
the match
time
I wanna see
when
down
he's
the line.
fully cleared.
Right. And again, you think about who else gets involved in Forbidden Door and what sort of matches it could be in. Kingston, Ishii, we talk about CM Punk, people have said Shingo Takagi, Heyman Adam Page, Zack Sabre Jr. in some sort of way. There's a ton of possibility, but when I think about the closing match, the one thing I don't want to see is a rehash of what you saw, James, at G1 Supercard. Jay White's first and only title defense when he was the champion. And he fell short to Okada.
Yeah, although that match was supremely underrated. That was such a great match live. I wish
Agreed.
people gave it credit on TV. Jay White, I feel like would have a better match with Hangman though, because the gimmicks are, in a sense, very similar. They both kind of come from that same time period. Ring of Honor 2017 class, like that really standout class. I think there's a story there just from that. And Casey, I think, can attest to that as well.
Yes, I can. And not to mention, Hangman was in the Bullet Club when Jay White was just coming up as a young lion.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Jay White is leading the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm. Bullet Club versus Elite too. If you're gonna have the era turn on the Elite, the Young Bucks and Omega, and go join Jay White's Bullet Club, I can't think of any better fucking match than Hangman defending the Elite's honor. More than anybody else.
Hangman coming back to his friends that are now outcasts.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of something. If you really want to go even deeper with that, the match that still affects the Elite and was pretty much the precipice for AEW was Jay White versus Kenny Omega.
That is true.
Yep.
Yeah, Jay White White beat
broke
him.
The Bullet Club, broke the Elite, and then drove him out of New Japan to go form AEW.
And
they
he
could
took
put
over
that in
the
the
Bullet
story
Club.
for
Yeah,
Hangman
shit.
trying to
Oh my god!
that
I did not even
Jay
think
White-
about that.
Yeah, because Jay White didn't want to join Bullet Club, Kenny Omega's version of Bullet Club. He decided to do the Blade Runner on Kenny Omega, then won the IWGP US Championship from him, and then years later, he formed his own with Gato.
Yeah, man. Ooh.
That's where it all started for Jay White, and ever since then, everything he said has pretty much come to fruition in the end. The only thing that hasn't is him becoming IWGP World Heavyweight Champion against Kodak Bushi after fighting that man for 47 minutes.
Did I mention I love the Forbidden Door because of so many fucking possibilities? Did I mention this?
At least once or twice, according to yours and my conversations, James.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot. The answer is a lot.
What else do we got in the news column? I know. Do we want to cover Under Siege real quick? Or did we did that in the beginning already?
I do have one piece of news.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Tony Khan finally said, "You guys were right. I misread how you all would react to Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti."
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Here we go. The
I
friggin' high school connection.
I disagree. I think people are.
It's one of those
giving this
things,
way
though,
too
that
much
you
shit.
wonder, you think about the perspective, though, as James is going to allude to. I mean, they do draw heat. I mean, they're freaking mixed tag team champions in AAA. Ty Conti can take a super kick from Penta, so that's a tough
Are
match,
they
in
the
my opinion.
inaugural? That feels like new championships.
I don't know if that's inaugural. I don't think it is, but then again, I didn't have.
Or
like,
did they
the
bring
feed
back?
watch
Or did they
AAA.
bring it back? Because I feel like it wasn't.
I think it's something that they brought back because the AAA is not strangers to doing mixed tag team matches. Sometimes 6-person. We've seen Diana Peraza, for example, and Tyler Varg on opposite sides in a 6-person match more recently on I think a previous show in AAA. So, but does anyone have any thoughts regarding Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti at this point? What should they maybe do, or what you think of the run so far too? And do you think they have truly become the Brandy and Cody of AEW?
They probably have, I tell the fan. Actually, I think they have, but only because the fans got way too bitch pissy about two people having sex. Guess what, people? It happens. It's okay. It's alright. It's not that fucking. It's not that crazy of a concept. It's not a fucking thing to get pissy over. Jesus Christ.
If we want to be very dark with this, at least it's not as forced as a previous WWE pairing that they did in bed and TV.
Oh, God.
And that still pisses me off.
But no, people are pissed off because they talked about having sex near a title. Which, by the way, it was so... By the way, all they did, people, and you could look at the photo, all they did was do a Shawn Michaels photo shoot with the belt.
Yeah, I was
That's
just
all
saying,
they did.
A lot.
That's all they did. How many
all
times,
the time.
dude? How many times have we seen people parody that, and we don't see this fucking uproar?
Owen Swallow ring any bells?
Like, oh, dude. Casey,
I just got sick.
But yeah, it's like...
No.
And plus, you have all these people saying, no, we are defending Sammy's ex-fiance's honor, even though she said that they're friends still, and it was a mutual decision, and
They're fucking
ignore the facts.
the ex-fiance and Sammy are still friends. Get off his dick. It's fuck. Jesus Christ.
But, they're going to just say, oh, we must defend her honor, even though she...
Mikey, don't go there. Don't go there.
No, Mikey, go there. Go there. You have my permission. It's my channel. Go there.
Oh.
Fuck.
Here you go.
It's like, okay, listen. They're two fucking adults doing whatever the hell they want to do. If the IWC, the Internet Wrestling fucking community of 35-year-old fucking nobodies that are sitting in their basement watching fucking their 800th video on Pornhub are really gonna get that bitch pissy over two people having a relationship, maybe it's time to open up the curtains in the basement and let the sun in, kiddo.
Well, see, here's the thing.
He's not
because
wrong.
Well,
you're out of line, but you're not wrong.
Here's the
I'm not. Hey, there ain't no line here. I'm laying down.
Nope.
There ain't no fucking lines here.
I do want to point out, though, Mike, as much as I agree with you and that it's probably the majority of people, it's not just the majority. Friggin' Pulse had a problem with this, too, and I didn't get it.
Who cares?
I didn't get it. I never did it.
All that stuff cares, man.
If you really let something like this bother you, it speaks more about you than it does the fucking thing you're watching.
Yeah,
let me give you another example of why it bothers people. It's basically this all over again. The Bryan Danielson, how dare you go to AEW, even though it's rumored, though.
Are we just going to forget that when Candido was with Sonny, you cheered him because he was a great worker? Are we going to forget that when Dustin was with frickin' Marlena, a.k.a. Terry Reynolds, on screen, that you still cheered him because he was a great worker? Are we gonna forget?
There's a difference, James. There's a difference. Twitter wasn't a thing back then.
I want to also say this. We can agree, social media was the worst thing to ever happen for wrestling. We can agree to that.
Yeah.
It opened up a lot of
I would
doors,
like
but
to also
wrestling needs
mention,
to evolve.
remember, and I know she's currently a hot topic to talk about, but I'm going to say it. Remember when Shawn Michaels was going after Bret Hart and saying how he had sunny days, and everyone cheered over that, even though the family was pissed?
Oh, man. Yeah, that would get lots of heat now.
Yeah, it would. But you know what? There's no such in professional wrestling. There's no such thing as bad heat. Even though you and I, James, will say, yeah, there is.
Well, there's two exceptions to the rule. Just don't say somebody's down in hell. Just somebody that cares about somebody. Just saying.
Yeah, don't talk about
Hi,
passing
Vince.
members of a family or talk about illnesses that they currently have.
Here's
got a taste. That's all it is.
Here's my daily dose of hi, Vince. Fuck you, Vince. Anyway, I don't know.
The daily dose of high Vince, fuck you, Vince can also give you erectile dysfunction. Please be careful.
Casey, your thoughts on Sammy and Ty having sex?
Try to be sensible here.
Fuck! That's all it is! It's just two people banging. That's not that fucking serious. God damn it.
Keep it professional wrestling.
Gangrel should film it. He'll be fanging and banging.
Good shit. That's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Casey, what your thoughts on the couple of AEW right now?
My thoughts are fuck this topic. Let's move on.
It's hilarious.
I think it's funny. I'm having a good time.
Good. Well, that cheered James up. Okay, good answer.
Should I get the Brazzers thumbnail on the stream just for the memes that I created of those two?
This is your channel, so I have no control over what you do. So
all right, you guys continue. Go ahead.
This is not brought to you by the Red Crate of Hate either. That being said, moving forward, shout out James.
I love the Red. It's a great name. That's the best name for the Hell in a Cell I've ever heard of in my life.
Thank you. That being said, okay, yeah, we covered pretty much everything regarding the OA. We talked about AEW to a great degree. We talked about Njpw. We talked about Impact Wrestling's most recent show, Under Siege, and our hype for Slammiversary. NWA, Camille still has the Burke, still the Brick House. New number one contender defined. She will face her at Always Ready. Kylan King. Kylan King, currently the inaugural champion across two different independent wrestling promotions. One's All Women, the other one, she helps train them down there in Florida. When it comes to the NWA, I look at one key thing, and that is the Burke. For me, the Burke is the most protected, well-defined championship right now in the NWA on somebody I said that could surpass Jazz's former title reign, and in my opinion, truly is kind of like a Chyna. She owns her athleticism, she owns her stature, her class, and she can kick ass. And she is a phenomenal champion, has really grown continuously, showcasing herself better and stronger in the ring. So, that being said, I just want to give people some thoughts on Camille as a champion, and what you expect to maybe see against her and Kylan King. Kylan King, of course, been making her way across the independent scene. Recently was involved on Dark on numerous occasions. I just think, in my opinion right now, again, when I look at this industry, when it comes to the strongest, prolific women champions in wrestling, Camille's at the top of the list, because I don't see nobody beating her. So I want to just get some thoughts regarding maybe y'all's perspective on women champions of wrestling, and where you see Camille stacked up, and can somebody dethrone her?
Before anybody gives an answer, the thumbnail is now on stream for everybody to see. You're welcome.
That being said, Casey, your thoughts regarding Camille, and maybe give some highlights towards maybe what you perceive, maybe somebody finally taking that off, or anything you guys say.
Right now, the only person I might be able to see taking the belt off her is Genocide.
Homegrown in the NWA, I like that. Those two have not really clashed one-on-one.
Is she?
And it's a match I'd love to see.
Is she related to LAX's Homicide and TNA Part-Timer Suicide?
No, but
that just be Genocide.
Fuck!
You had to go with the name thing, didn't you, buddy?
Yes, I did. Go ahead.
Put your ass.
Go ahead, Casey.
Continue your thoughts, Casey.
Camille's kind of been on quite the roll. Isn't she really, like, the only one left in Strictly Business with a title.
Yes.
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 So that speaks to something about her, doesn't it?
Well, let's be honest. She was the strongest member of Strictly Business since day one.
I like Camille. Camille's fucking great, and you know, good on her. And unlike Nick Aldis, she actually went to AEW and actually defended the title on the programming. So good on her.
Oh my God, you're never gonna let that.
No, I won't, because it's stupid.
To be fair, she came to AEW to bring the title to who was going to be her opponent at the first all-women's special NWA Empower. Great show, by the way. Thank you, Mickey James. Hope to see that again this year. And they had a banger of a match. Her and legit Layla Hirsch.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, legit Layla Hirsch, get well soon.
My point is, AEW, they wanted to go and work with AEW just like they wanted to go and work with AEW the first time around, and Aldis refused. And Camille didn't refuse and said, "Okay, I'll do business."
Can you
all it
imagine
comes
having
down
a
to-
gatekeeper like
All it
Nick
comes
Aldis?
down to, all it comes down to is if Aldis won't do business, then business is going to be done for him.
And it was done for him, and now Matt Cardona's doing business right. Love me some Matt Cardona.
You were the heaviest critic when it came to Trevor Murdoch as the champion.
Listen, man.
That's for
No,
sure.
listen. I love Murdoch. Nice guy. Love the dude. Great human being. By that time he won that belt, you cannot convince me that was the worst out of shape looking champion at that fucking point. He was so bloated. He couldn't carry a match. He couldn't do a lick of things in the ring at all by that point. He was way past his expiration date. I'm sorry.
Mikey, you seem to have thoughts.
Buddy, you forgot that, what was it, 2003, 2004, fucking the WWE re-gave Hogan the title?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yo.
All right, well, hold on.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
In the interest of fairness, the difference between Hogan and Murdoch is Hogan at least still looked like Hogan. Murdoch looked like he ate himself.
I don't think so, because I don't think Hogan looked like Hogan, because the Hogan that I saw was 6'4", and the Hogan
he was shorter.
Was
he was
6'8".
He was shorter. Granted, a lot of leg drops. Granted, it compressed his spine. But besides that, he still looked like Hogan. He still wrestled like Hogan. There was no deviation.
So what you're saying is that he wrestled like fucking shit.
Yes, at least it was consistent. You know, like
it's still consistent.
It was shit, but it was still consistent. Murdoch was actually good, and he got really shit when he won the belt.
Dude, King Swerve is loving this.
So you're telling me that
Thoughts on maybe Camille and her status in the world of wrestling as
hold on, King. Mike, go ahead. Sorry, Mike.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me I have to choose between became shit or always was shit? I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm gonna prefer the thing that becomes shit. Kind of like a car that's sitting out in the sun for too long, compared to the fucking rust bucket that's been dead since it started. It can't get the battery to work, and all it knows how to do is brother.
You know what though? With Hogan in that run that he had, at least he had good matches with The Rock and Vince. That's two more than fucking Murdoch did in his entire NWA title run.
And he was carried by what two people again?
The Rock and Vince.
Yeah.
Vince?
Yeah.
Vince carried Hogan? Oh yeah.
Wait.
Oh my God, Vince carried Hogan.
He did, dude. He did.
In 19 Street Fight in Seattle. Yep.
Oh,
I remember that. I remember that very well. Eric, do you have anything to add towards any of this, or the original favorite talk about Camille and her as champion?
Okay, if we want to go off the rails, I got something to go off the rails with.
Go ahead.
Lord.
Oh God.
Let's talk about control your narrative then.
No!
Oh,
back to the NWA. Back to the NWA. No, abort mission.
I got something.
Abort mission. Abort mission.
Braun Strowman did something stupid. No, he's going through a character change. You want to know who he wants to be now?
He's more bald?
What?
No. He has
receding hairline.
ponytails, but that's a different matter.
So I'm controlling our narrative.
He has pigtails, I think.
Pigtails. Pigtails.
Yeah, but that's not what's related to this.
Dude, that is the most horrifying visual that I haven't even seen it, and I will never get it out of my head.
And a Bobby World.
Bro, you know what?
Before I get to that, I got something more horrifying.
I'm gonna just say this before you say that. Actually, somebody I think is missing Alexa Bliss a little too much. Continue though.
So Braun Strowman wants to try a new gimmick.
And this new gimmick
based off of somebody. He wants to base it off of somebody.
It's gotta be Alexa.
The Joker?
No. This is what he said. Why so serious?
The Joker.
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh God! Wait, why does you have ponytails though, motherfucker?
Oh well, because he's probably lost his mind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're in that thing, you don't have a mind to begin with. Before Eric said this in the rails.
In fact, let me see if I can show you guys.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Mike. I don't blame you.
Yeah, because this has gone off the rails, and I was just gonna get King's Father and Camille and Women's Championships.
Okay, let me show you the scars.
Oh, jeez, you're showing the stream. Okay. All
Here's
right, here we go, boys. Here we go. Here it is on live. Oh, that's the hawk. That's a hawk throat cut.
What in the world?
I've lost my mind.
Homie, you need Jesus.
My invention waiting for you on line 1. You are the first in queue. Please pick up.
Please.
Oh, it got worse recently with that new gimmick he wants to do.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Here's what he looks like now. This is today.
Oh, lordy.
No.
Jesus,
no.
this is today? Oh my God! What the fuck? It's even worse! Holy shit!
Eric has stormed the room.
Eric has officially completed his mission before the ATW.
Oh yeah, by the way, for those not since this is new to the channel and people are probably like, why aren't you getting to the topic that you're supposed to talk about? This is actually a thing that Eric does. This is totally allowed. Just make that clear.
Impromptu agent of chaos. And with that being said, this is why I'm here, as I am the voice of reason. Some call me the host, but I just like to think I'm simple and just
Noah, go this way. Go to King this way.
Well, that's why I was going to ask. King, Camille, your thoughts of her so far as the NWA Women's World Champion. She faces Kylan King at Always Ready now in June. Do you think anybody could take this offer? Will she pass Jazz? Your thoughts, man?
Before I give you my answer, give me about 3 seconds to clear my mind. Okay, it's clear now.
That the Braun Strowman hairdo look was the most scarring moment of your life so far.
Scarring, but anyways, getting back to the whole Camille situation. Camille, in my opinion, is this generation's China, but you could also say the same about Jade Cargill as well.
I would love that match, dude. I would love that scene.
But as far as taking the title off of her, in my opinion, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
That's fair.
She's still champ. Not yet.
Imagine if Jane and Camille come face to face with each other.
Oh, that match. Oh, I need that match to happen.
I want that. I want that too. Money. You get it. You get my monies.
I'm going with Camille all the way, though.
Or rather, you get whatever monies James is able to leech off whoever he can.
I will give you. Where is it? I had a quarter somewhere. Where's the quarter? I don't know. You get this quarter. You get this quarter. Here it is. If you do the match,
Hold
I
up.
have 25 cents.
Hold
It's
up.
not much.
Let's see.
It's not much, but it's honest
10,
work.
11.
All right, guys.
13,
First off, I rolled digital. Secondly,
I don't think, King. I don't think this is a strip club. Settle down, bro.
also, no one needs to know what's in how much is in your wallet, brother. Don't set yourself up as a target. Is all I have to say, especially in this day and age of technology.
Just say NFTs, and I'm pretty sure people will leave afterwards.
Oh, Jesus, right?
NFTs. That's a whole different topic. Another day, non-wrestling related.
James, there was something I wanted to tell you what happened last week with Square Enix.
Hold on. God damn it! Too many people can go.
Yeah, I was about to say before I was going to let Eric continue. Mickey, if you want to do the all women's empowered show, call up Jade, and we'll have Camille and Jade.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Actually, I'm really down for that.
Chris Statlander versus Genocide too.
Ooh, that would be good. This is some interesting things you could do there. Actually,
But Eric, proceed.
All right, Eric, what Kelly are you going to unleash on us this time?
Square Enix. Last week.
Wait, hold on. Fuck. What about you, Casey? Oh, yeah, you gave your thoughts, actually.
Yeah,
Mike,
he did.
What about you? I guess, although you don't watch the NWA, do you, much?
Oh, no. Nick Aldis has tanked for me permanently, like somebody poisoning someone's water supply.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, although I'm slowly getting back into it now. In fairness, Mike, give it a chance again, because Cardona is the champion. Anyway, Eric, go.
Eric, go ahead.
Square Enix sold off Crystal Dynamics and Tomb Raider and Deus Ex for NFTs.
Wait, who?
Square Enix sold off Crystal Dynamics, Tomb Raider, Deus Ex for NFT blockchain technology that's failing.
Nice.
Well, they took a chance and now they're busting. That's on them. But hey, I guess they still have Final Fantasy. Square Enix, one of the most prolific video game names in narration.
Could you say they didn't go double and went for nothing?
Oh.
Segue.
Well, I mean, so far, I think we know our two marquee matches that I don't know if they're going to be back-to-back, but again, you have Serena Davis Thunder Rosa, and you have what probably is the most polarizing match in championship history, definitely in AEW, CM Punk and Heyman Adam Page. I mean, we could talk about this match all night as we continue to move forward with it, and again, the car isn't fully built. The car isn't fully built, but they've already got, like you said, $1 million tickets to the box office in, so this is already the most must-see, most anticipated pay-per-view in AEW history, to say the least. I feel with Heyman and CM Punk, again, it could truly go either way. Both men have history with MJF, who I feel is only going to be the next champion down the line, the first of the four pillars to be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. But again, we'll have to see how CM Punk is received literally in less than 17 hours on AEW Dynamite from Long Island, New York, facing Long Island's own John Silver. Now, we're not predicting, we're not necessarily forecasting, but when you think about the setup of this match so far and how it came to be, what are y'all's initial impressions? What do you think is to come, and what do you want to see?
Man, what with the card or with the match?
I think we'll just focus on this match for now, because Double or Nothing is still far from built.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna since it's topical to Punk. Hey, to the CM Punk and Samoa Joe conversation earlier in the chat. Nobody talked about it earlier because nobody fucking asked, and it wasn't a topic discussion earlier. But since Punk is, we'll read that comment now. We have this earlier comment from MWE and Manus. I don't know who he is. But CM Punk is overrated to him. Great on the mic, overrated wrestler. Samoa Joe is better and technically carried Punk in ROH. I disagree, but that's whatever, I guess. Samoa Joe is very boring. I don't know why. Just found him very boring to watch. WWE and TNA. Yeah, nice one. Loved my talk. Love my chat being full of toxicity. Thanks. Anyway,
Just the internet general, but get back on track.
Here's the thing. He might need to change his name because the authors of Pain are coming back, and they're founding their own independent promotion called Wrestling Entertainment Series.
Oh,
all right.
That's interesting. Hopefully it's
less.
It could
Good
be.
luck with that.
Hopefully it's. Hopefully it's better than Control Your Narrative. Anyway, my thoughts on Punk and Double or Nothing in general. Double or Nothing is going to be a stat card. There's no doubt about it.
They always are.
They always are. But as far as this match goes, man, you got to give this to Punk. I love Hangman. Don't get me wrong, I do, but Hangman's got to win it, man. Like, right? He has to. Like, there's now or never. Like, he's not getting any younger, and this is the one time you could at least give him a belt and have it be a short title run to get the belt on MJF. And it's not like they do that with the world title.
Hangman should win?
Did I say Hangman? Dude, it's fucking...
Yeah.
It's past 1 in the morning. It's past 1 in the morning.
We're just shooting the breeze at this point. I'm just highlighting last-minute stuff that just pops in my mind, because that's what impromptu is.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. Punk's got to win. Punk's got to win, man.
Yeah, I agree with James on this one. I mean, yep. It's basically, it has the whole IWC, and basically you're either with Team Hangman or you're with Team Punk, because it is the most unpredictable main event in AEW.
Yeah,
this Double or Nothing
I
card.
can predict Punk, but that's just because of my booker brain, and that's because the 3 out of the 6 people in this room have booked an entire 52-week show. So that's why I say Punk as well. But I also don't know, because Tony's pulled the odd curveball every now and again and have left me by surprise.
He loves to do that, and he rarely misses.
Although
my brain is saying Punk, but how we get, because Punk and MJF can be revisited once more and have it basically be booked at All Out.
Yeah.
Well, basically in Chicago, where it all started when MJF beat him not once, but twice, in his words.
Yeah.
But this time you make it for the AEW World Title
in Chicago,
yeah. And have MJF beat Punk for the AEW World Title. There you go.
And it's got to be a fuck finish too, right? It has to be. Like you have to do it, and not only does it have to be a fuck finish, you have to do it in a way where it's a brutal fuck finish. And there's a post-match beatdown, and he's gone, right, for a little bit. That way, because the original plan was supposed to be for Hangman to fight MJF and for him to drop the belt to MJF, and this is before Punk came into the picture, then you can revisit Hangman versus MJF for Hangman to try to break the Full Gear curse, because remember... Oh, wait, no, he already did that last Full Gear. Fuck.
He already did that.
Okay. So still though, have the match, because there is history there, and have it be MJF and Hangman at Full Gear, and then I don't even know what you do with MJF at that point. Maybe MJF for Ricky
for after Full Gear. Winter's coming. Wardlow versus MJF again.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the day comes that MJF has to drop the belt, there's only one man I can think of that could become AEW champion.
And that would be
the King, Eddie Kingston.
Real talk, that man deserves to be a champion right now with everything he's done in his life and everything he's become.
It'd also be very symbolic, because then you could go with the 1%er versus the normal class. Basically, revisit Ted DiBiase, Dusty Rhodes kind of vibe.
Oh, I'd like that. I'd like to revisit that type of story. It's been a long time since
he's a to a bill, because literally he's just a man that lives by fighting.
Dude, could you imagine the promos between Max and Kingston? Fuck.
Wait till tonight on Dynamite, where we see what happens during this victory speech. I sense another call coming in.
Every New York boy is laughing at all of us. It's like, ha ha, we got 2 of the best promos in our area. Ha ha.
Well, how much New York against each other?
If the two best promos go at it in New York, what side will they pick?
Yeah, right. That's a Subway series for you. But hey, New York, you may have 2 of the best promo guys in the industry right now. We New Englanders have literally the entire kingdom. I think we'll take that as a fair trade.
I don't know, man. I like the kingdom, but I don't know. It's tough to pass on Max and Kingston.
Well, Yeah, guys, the way I see it is this. It's going to be interesting to see how this continues to develop with Hangman and the heat he's driving with his promos of where he's pretty much against everybody in the world. That's for CM Punk when I am your champion. And then we got Bizarro World where CM Punk's facing Long Island's own John Silver. And we're going to see what sort of reception CM Punk gets before and after the match.
Yeah. I
Mikey,
agree.
anything to add?
Mike, what do you got?
Oh boy, God, the longevity booker in my brain is fucking going ape shit
I figured.
with that right now. This is me, and I know this is a very fucking niche way to do it, but this is a way to do it where it makes a longer feud and will be something that everybody's gonna want to like continue to keep watching. Have Hangman win by having MJF fuck Punk out of the win. And he fucks him hard out of that win, dude. He hurts him bad.
I just
Like,
don't
how far can you go in terms of hurting him? Because unless they're
yeah.
going to go Jericho route with him, I don't know.
They
Yeah, about to
have-
say, we've already seen the two bloody each other before a dog car match. We saw what happened during that. So, I mean...
I think I genuinely feel like they have to do it in a title match, Mike. I don't think you could do it.
No,
in a
I
title.
completely agree, and I'm just saying that this is an option that should be talked about, because if it's not on the table, then there's only one side of an argument to begin with. I'm just saying that if MJF is the smartest man in professional wrestling, like he likes saying that he is, then wouldn't fucking Punk out of a world heavyweight title opportunity by literally screwing him out of that option be the smarter bet for him to actually win the title, since he hasn't beaten Punk, but he could beat Hangman?
I think the smarter decision, because you can kill two birds with one stone, because he has problems with both these guys. Have him screw Hangman out of it, and have a brutal assault on, both of those guys. Maybe have a ref bump or something, and the ref's down or whatever. And then Max comes out possibly with a new faction, because, I mean, let's be honest, FTR ain't going to be staying in the fucking Pinnacle for too much longer here. Maybe a new faction. Maybe Blanchard brings in Blanchard Enterprises to help out. They're brutalizing both of them. And then MJF just drags Punk on top of MJ. Yeah, but that's it.
Again, I'm just throwing the option out there because nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, that's another way you also involve both Heyman and MJF in that title picture on the same night, Double or Nothing, where it all began with those two when the title was presented too. At the end of the day, though, I feel like it all goes back to particularly Heyman and MJF, keeping it within AEW, and MJF overcomes the Heyman. That's the way I'm thinking at this point. But
I know one idea they're never going to go for. Sorry.
I have to see how the promo games go at this point. I know you get Eric. It's all good. Again, you can pose a thought, and then I think we'll finish it out for now, and we'll save the trio styles when they actually become a thing. Because again, folks, rumor, I need to see it to believe it.
Fightful reported it, so they have more credibility than Ringside News.
Yeah, Fightful absolutely has way more credibility with the amount of shit.
Well, that much I do believe, because I met Sean Rossap personally. But anyway, Eric, your thoughts.
Okay, we know one route they're never going to do. If they do this, then I'll be disappointed extremely. They're not going to pull the WWE route where MJF screws both and causes a double DQ.
Oh, hell, it's in the no.
No. If anything, though, I could see MJF beating both of them and then dragging Punk on top of Hangman for the win, Edge style. Because remember, Edge fucked Taker out.
Beat them so they can't compete anymore.
I'm going back to...
Ooh.
Go ahead.
What if he beats both of their asses so they can't compete, leaving the title vacant, making it easier for him to obtain the belt?
That'd be fucking heel as shit.
Oh god, I just realized something. They could do this. CM Punk defeats Hangman, but then MJF, after the show, beats him down so hard Punk has no choice but to relinquish it. and they have to do another tournament and do a callback saying MJF's gonna win gonna redeem the era of the first tournament.
CM Punk did say I'm gonna keep fighting until the wheels come off. Go ahead, Casey.
I don't think we need to give Adam Blomkid any more cheap pleasures.
That's a fair point,
Yeah,
too.
cheap plugs. Yeah, true.
King, anything further to add? Pretty much everyone else has spoken their piece. Otherwise, I think that's a pretty good way we'll conclude this freeform impromptu.
I think I said mine about the whole Punk and Hangman situation earlier, but yeah, pretty much said mine.
All right.
Regardless, this is going to be a match that's going to define AEW's future, in my opinion, when it comes to who leads that company as champion.
Yes. And before we end the podcast and we start doing our cheap plugs, WWE Backlash absolutely sucked except for 3 matches. We all in agreement? Cool. All right.
I didn't watch it.
Fair enough.
I didn't watch. So.
I envy you.
Ronda Rousey, congratulations. Edge got a new member of Judgment Day. Hopefully this redefines Rhea Ripley's career.
That's the one person I'm happy for the most is freaking Rhea Ripley.
And hopefully Cody does not get stuck in the red crate of hate with Seth Rollins.
The red crate of hate? That will never not be funny. Jeff's working on that t-shirt for you, I hope. Please.
Oh, Lord. He literally is working on that t-shirt, too.
Bro, get all them proceeds, but fuck me.
He needs the money more than me.
I know, yeah, you and I are too nice. Alright, so she plugs. I'll do Mike, Casey's, and myself just to save time. Weymouth Youth Wrestling. We do a thing. Where's my thingy? Where's my business? There it is. Hi.
You need a suit jacket like Smart Mark Sterling.
Here's the business card. Here it is again. Check it out. Watch the shit. Watch this.
We do a thing. It's kind of dumb, but we think it's cool.
Yeah, we do a thing. It's kind of dumb. We think it's cool. Hey, what's cool?
Oh God, you gotta close it out in the Rocky Balboa impression because you have not done that on the air yet, and it's too on point. You gotta do it.
I'm not doing that here. Not tonight.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
The king commands it. The king commands about.
Hey,
He only hosted one segment.
Hey, listen.
Runs the freaking thing. All he's gotta do is hit the end button.
Listen. Because it's on my channel and the king, it was his ATW view. We demand it. Do it.
That's only 2 votes. You're still in a minority. That's only 2 votes.
Okay.
Three votes.
There we go. Eric, help us. Do it.
Help us out.
Damn it.
Help us out.
Yeah! Here we go.
No. Here's a better idea. Noah, you either do it, or and I will go, and I'm probably gonna go for this. I will require James. I know you have connections. Convince someone to make a photo edit of Yano and Ali.
Yes. You either do that or that happens.
Will fucking end you.
Do it, and then it doesn't have to happen, Noah.
What the hell? Why does this happen to me? God.
Oh, this content's great. I love this shit.
Stop getting on my freaking case about that particular wrestler. Jesus.
Yes, okay. As long as you do it, then I will. Yes. There you go.
Anyway, Eric, plug your stuff.
Well, hold on. Remember, I said I was gonna plug the rest of our stuff. Here is.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Here is Casey's channel.
Damn rails.
Here's Casey's channel, and here's his Twitter, and here, ready? Wait for it. Is Mike's Twitter, and then that's all of our plugs. You already know where I am. I'm on here on this channel. It's the same thing that you see, although it's youtube.com/user/J-Hebert. HEBERT SIDE 95.
Keyword he.
Yes, keyword he. Not Hugh, not Heb, not Herb.
Wait, you've been called Heb?
Hebert, yes. Hebert, Herbert, and Hubert. Thanks, Noah.
Call him James Herbert.
James Sherbert. I heard that. James Sherbert.
Yeah, that'll be my deadlock edit channel.
Move the S.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
There we go. Go for it.
You are a crazy trio, but I appreciate all of your minds.
Wait, hold on.
You're good people.
Shit, you got to go last. Eric, plug your stuff too.
Yeah, exactly.
Check out at Neo Reality ENT on Twitter. Check out my other content on YouTube on Neo Reality Entertainment, Neo Reality NRE The Wrestleverse, Neo Reality Collective Pop Culture News Talk. Let's see. I'm putting back up my gaming stuff, NRE Omni Gaming. And also, if you want to also help me out, I'm on Patreon now.
God damn, you got a lot. Good for you.
Trying to market himself. Way to go, man. I wish you all the best in that venture. King, you are the host of the Owen thing. You did a hell of a good job, my friend. And again, good luck to everybody in your Bracketology contest. Plug and promote your stuff.
Follow me on Instagram, AMT, Roman numeral 23, the number 23, same way as my Twitter. Don't forget, guys, you have until today's Dynamite before it goes on the air if you want to participate in the Owen Hart Bracketology. I will choose the winner on Monday, May 30th.
You got less
Make
than...
sure you have your name.
Yep.
Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
You have less than 24 hours.
So if you win, just give me your name, your address, your shirt size, and then the shirt of your choosing, and we'll get started and we'll go from there.
18 and a half hours and counting down so ATW Dynamite commences. Good stuff. And folks, I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. Find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Foster1916. I only wish to encourage you to just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling. It's as simple as that before we officially conclude whatever the hell they want me to say in that form. For the entire ATW crew here, Eric, Casey, Mike, James, you suck. And King, appreciate all of you who tune in to this longer than a Monday Night Raw, but far more entertaining and engaging forum of talking all things wrestling. Until the next CW view ahead of Double or Nothing. I'll bid you all a normal adieu, but James, what the fuck do you want me to say, man?
I want you to say your catchphrase in Sylvester Stallone's voice because that's what made me geek out.
Hey, yo, I don't know what you're geeking out for. I'm just a simple man, lifelong fan of professional wrestling.
So
That's the last time you're ever hearing that. Good night, everybody.
No, hold on, wait, dude. Do enjoy life and enjoy wrestling.
Yeah, do that.
For the love of God, hit the damn button after I do this.
Yes.
For the last time, I hope tonight, as I got work in 6 hours, you freaking daggum fools. Thank you guys for tuning in to review, and it's Sylvester Stallone's impression, the best way I can do it too. Just enjoy life, enjoy professional wrestling. Simple as that. And James, fuck you.
Done.